you got the chance. You do also have a chance to win $1,000 13 times a day. Today is OJ Day in my neck of the woods with people that I know. I have a blazer on that OJ wore that I had and got me kicked out of a restaurant years ago. I'll tell you the story. And so much more. Good morning, Dom. How are you?
How's it going, G-Man? Hey, Franny.
Good. What's up, Franny? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? You had a G-Man here.
How was bike night?
Bike night was good. It was
Vroom, vroom?
It was vroom vroom. Yes. So all right, there we go. All right. It was. I went to bike night. It was the last bike night of the South Florida Fair. South Florida Fair is going on until February 2nd. It is the last week of the South Florida Fair. So if you've not gone out there, why not? It is such a good time. Even if you don't like rides, there's food, there's entertainment, there's things to look at. The people watching is incredible there. And I got to do all the above, plus ride on a motorcycle.
Cool.
It was fun. Yeah. There was so many bikes.
Yeah.
I thought there was more than last year. I want to know the final number because last year there was definitely over 300. And then I heard some people saying that there was 307. In fact, my buddy Paul was there with his mom.
Did they have a bike?
And they said no, but they said there was 307. I was like, there's no way. It felt like so many more.
I heard 321.
And even the wait, you heard nothing. And even the wait to see, like to get all the bikes through, I got it. I'm gonna talk to our girl Teresa, works for the South Florida Fair, and see if she's got a final count because it was nuts. The amount of people who entered with their motorcycles, it was so cool. But a great time. My buddy Timmy was in the parade, and a bunch of people. I rode on the back of a bike with Billy. It was very nice, first time meeting. I met a bunch of Real Radio and Gator listeners. So.
Now, were you in the front?
All in all, frontish. So I was actually going to ride with my buddy Timmy because he's been friends for years, and he showed up and he has a nice, big, comfy bike. And and they were like, "Well, we want you in the front." They said, "But if you'd rather," so I was like, "No, I'll just meet new people." So I did. So they had two of the police escorts, right? They're always in the front. I say escorts, but they're always in the front. And then there was South Florida Fair. And then I think there's like Miss and Mrs., Teen, Miss, whatever, two of them. And then I was there. So, yeah. But it was fun.
What did you eat that was awesome? Because I know you're a big fan of food.
I am. I had bites here and there because I wanted to try so many things, and I tried not to destroy myself because if people aren't aware, I have celiac, which means I have a gluten intolerance, and everything at the fair has gluten in it or it's fried. But I had to. It's so good. So I had the pickle pizza.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
I had the pickle pizza.
Yeah.
My husband loves the Wisconsin fried cheese. So I had some of that. He gets the jalapeno cheddar, had a bite of that. I got a meat on a stick.
Always a fan of that.
I got some steak. Yeah, I got steak kebabs, which were delicious I think it was a Greek place. I got, those are like my things. And then I tried, my buddy had the traditional fried Oreos are great. Yeah. What was new that he had was fried Pop-Tart.
Whoa.
Yeah, the fried Pop-Tarts. Let's see. Like, what else was there?
You sound like you had a great time.
It was fun. We had a blast.
And the weather wasn't bad.
The weather was great.
Yeah.
It was a perfect night. It was a perfect night for the fair. Yeah. There was a great AC/DC cover band that was there. It was fun. I didn't ride any rides. Didn't do any of that. We just kind of walked around and hung out a little bit under the Gator tent, did the parade, and ate food.
Cool.
Yeah.
And no drinking.
No drinking. I thought about it. And not because
She's only got 2 days.
Well, but it wasn't. I was gonna have like a beer, and I'm talking to myself. I mean, it's the 30th. I basically made it, and I know it's a dry January, but I think I'm just gonna kind of tiptoe in and maybe have like a glass of wine or something like that, just so my body's not in complete shock on Saturday when I go to that tequila festival.
Way to go.
Because that's my plans. That's my plans for Saturday. I'll be fine. I kid. But I was just like, maybe I just need to kind of, instead of diving in head first on Saturday, maybe I should just tiptoe is what I should do. Just put my big toe in. Yeah. But all in all, good time. Yeah, no booze, just food.
So, Dom, you had a big night. It looks like you were in the winner's circle with the Hard Rock app, winning some.
Oh, yeah? You won a lot of money?
With some mucho dinero.
That's a lot of bets.
And so tell us the bets you won, not the amounts, because the amount is none of our business.
Well, I told you I've been doing this thing where I bet on the NHL, and when it's going into the third period, I kind of just take the under. If the game's tied, I'll take the under. So it's usually 1.5 points above that. So there's at least 1 point give. So one team will then get the lead, and then I got to hope that they hold the lead. And it's been pretty much working. Some nights I'll have a loss, but last night I think I had 9 straight wins.
Wow!
I also took Victor Wembanyama, however you pronounce his last name, for an NBA
Spurs?
from the Spurs. The Hard Rock had like one of those overboost bets.
Oh, yeah?
And I took one of those for him just to score 20 points, which sounds pretty reasonable for him. And of course, he scored 23. I took Steph Curry to score 4 3-pointers, which sounds easy, but he didn't score a 3-pointer until a minute left in the second period.
Wow.
Second quarter. So I was like sweating it for a second, but Steph Curry,
Oh, yeah, he can bang out 3 in a minute.
Yeah. So and of course he did. In the second half, I think he scored another 4 threes. So
Good.
yeah,
All right,
it was
so
a
you had a good night.
Yeah.
Way to be, Dumpster. Way to be. You showed me all the green when I walked in. I was like, yeah, nice. Way to be. It's always good when you win. It always makes you feel better when you wake up. You're like, yeah. You double check it. You're like, did I win? Did I win?
Especially, I went to sleep and I was like, I don't know about the Steph Curry one. And I woke up. I was like, oh, okay. Steph woke up and started scoring in the second half.
That's awesome. Yesterday on the Greek Zone, we told you about Maryland.
I saw that.
Yeah, because they were a team that was not ranked against a team that was, and they ended up winning. Tonight, that happens again with UCLA. We'll talk about that more in the Greek Zone. So I got a couple of my old friends stopping into town. They're here for a couple of days and having
From your old stomping grounds from New York, New Jersey?
Yep, so they're stopping in, and I have a gold blazer on that I wore years ago that I met O.J. Simpson.
It's like a mustard, right?
Yep. And last night on Netflix, OJ was on. They started a series, but there's a famous picture of OJ with this jacket on. And
is that the same one?
Exact same one.
That's funny.
So what happened was I was at Donna Karen's showroom in New York City. This is like January, February of '94. I'm a kid, young, and he walks in with her, and close to me but not close. Just said hi, and he's like, "Hey, like the coat?" I said, "Hey, thanks." So there was a party at a restaurant that night. And he said, I'm going there. I said, oh, I'm going there too. I go, don't wear the jacket. I said, because I'm going to wear it. He goes, whatever, like that. So I went there, and she was there and just said hi to me and asked me where the ladies' room was. And I responded to her, and like 5 minutes later, the owner of the restaurant came out and goes, Gee, got to kick you out. I'm like, why? He goes, you were talking to OJ's wife. He doesn't like anybody talking to her. You got to leave. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, I'm serious. You got to go. They kicked me out. He's like, gotta go. It's OJ's thing, gotta go.
Isn't the gold jacket, isn't that something they give you, right, with the Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame?
No.
They don't get gold jackets? When have I seen a gold jacket before?
They do, but this is different. This is a Donna Karen.
But they do.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not saying yours is that, but I said it looks very familiar.
That one's more yellow like this. This is like a must. Whatever color you want to call it.
A must?
I don't know. What
it's like mustard.
Yeah.
I think they would call it like a mustard yellow.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know about yellow. I'm thinking, I don't know. Orangish?
No, it's like a mustard yellow.
Yeah, it's like a mustard.
Yeah, so anyway, I got thrown out. And then 4 months later, the problems happened, and that's when I was like, yeah, I think he might have done it. He was a little bit crazy with her. Yeah, so my buddies were busting my chops last night. They go, you still got that jacket? I said, yes, I'll find it. Took me a long time to find it, though, last night. Started looking for about 2:30 in the morning when I got home. And I did find it through a whole bunch of boxes. So
I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't at the dry cleaners with all your other stuff.
No, it was there. Still fits into it, so that's pretty good. That's always a good sign. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. January is finally over. It seems like that month goes a
Not
little
yet.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we still got a couple days. Not technically over.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's the 31st.
Yeah, it seems like it does go a little slow, and then the rest of the year just blows by and takes off. But this is it. Right? If you had dry January, you were counting days. If you were struggling. Some people were really having a hard time with it. Some people weren't. Franny did it.
I didn't have a hard time at all.
No, you have great willpower.
I know, but I've had harder times.
Yeah,
I have. Last year, I quit after 2 weeks.
Did you really?
Yeah, the year before I did it the full time.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the year I did it the full time, but it was a little bit more of a struggle. This time was like all right, easy breezy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No big urges or anything like that. I think a couple times just going out with friends, and there was points where normally I would hang out longer, and I was like, I'm going home.
Too much temptation.
I was like, not even. I was just like, your
friends are so drunk.
levels. We're just on a different level. So I was like, time for me to go.
Yeah, that definitely could be a thing. If you're People always ask me for years, like, how do you stay out and all your friends are like smashed or anything?
And we party the same. My girlfriends, guy friends, we have a crew. We have a great time. We have fun. And they're like, screw dry January. I'm not going to do that. It's dumb. But the rest of, and they're okay with us. And they were actually very impressed that my husband and I hung out as much as we did and not drank. But it was funny. And I was telling my husband, I even told them, I was like, man, I was like kind of sitting back and looking at them and everything. And,
they look
and
bad.
the thing and whatever. I was like, we drink a lot because I'd be keeping up with them, you know. And I'm laughing. I was like, we're some animals. Matt was like, yeah, I know.
Well, anything you do, it's the same with gambling. You're with your friends, and your friends are not going to judge you. You're just doing it, and then you look back and you're like, wow.
And
like,
I wasn't judging them. I was judging myself.
Of course.
Was like, wow.
But in the moment, you're not because you're doing it with them.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? You're sitting there, you're like, not so bad. But when you step away from it, or if you talk to a different circle who doesn't do it,
and it was like I didn't look back and went, man, we drink a lot. I need to reevaluate my life. Don't worry, I'm not reevaluating friends. We'll be fine.
No, we're not doing that. No.
I'll be back at it.
No. The betting thing could be bad, like when you talk to normal people. And then they, they'll ask, and I don't say anything. I never tell them really what goes on because I don't want it. It's none of their business, but they don't need to hear it.
Unless they're coming for your Super Bowl party.
Yeah, that's different. Then they know,
Then they got to be rooting for your team.
Yeah. Well, rooting for the team is one thing. Knowing the amount is another thing. But when you hang out with everybody who's like that, it doesn't seem that bad. But then when you step away, you look at it and people are like, what are you doing? Like, are you crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But your crew, you're not going to knock anybody in your crew. And in fact, they encourage you, which they really do a lot of times, even at least the people I roll with. But the same thing like with drinking or anything else. You're like, all right, whatever. I'm doing it. I'm having a good time. But if somebody steps away, you look at it and you go, man, that is crazy to do that. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. February is going to be a great month, and we're going to be back with Tito's. Franny and I will be there Wednesday and Thursday at the Tito's Pavilion, which is great.
At the Cognizant Classic is what you're saying. Yeah, that's what we'll be at.
Yes, the golf tournament. But I give it to Tito's.
I know. The Tito's Pavilion. I know, but they're like, where can we find you in the Tito's Pavilion is at PGA National for the Cognizant Classic.
And I think it's like 14 years or 15 years, which is amazing. They love Franny. But yeah, it's going to be unbelievable that, we're going to be back there. We'll talk to you about that. That's later in the month, obviously in February. And then you got the Super Bowl. You got the Day of Love.
It actually falls right the last week of February. The Cognizant Classic. Yeah.
That Wednesday and Thursday. You got the Day of Love, 2/14. We got a little bit of a subject about that. We'll get into that later in the show. And there are people out there who break up because they don't want to give gifts that day, which is brutal. So brutal. I mean, it's one day. Come on.
I'm sure there's girls that break up with guys during Super Bowl time.
You think?
Maybe they don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, but see, that's different because they don't want to deal with them doing it. But G is saying that guys are breaking up because they don't want to buy the person something for Valentine's Day. I was like, you know what? Good riddance. If I'm that girl and you're that kind of guy, fine. Bye-bye.
See ya. I mean, at least a rose.
And not saying because I need something. That's not it. But the fact that you would break up over something so stupid because you don't want to spend any money on your girl.
You hear people do it for the holidays. I mean, all the time you hear people say like that. Well, I'm not that serious and this and that. I mean, you can't bring it with you. That's heads off to that. And you know what? Spending on somebody you care about is a great thing. It really is. It's showing them that you care about them, you appreciate them, and it puts a smile on their face. I mean, but everybody's different. But I would never be like, I'm out and call you the 15th.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, you want to get back together? now that Valentine's is over?
And it's a Friday night this year.
It is.
So the restaurants get a little screwed. Because, when it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, it's a bigger night for them.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times, too, I know that we do it because of that, the Valentine's, especially on a weekend. No. Some people like to do it maybe Thursday or Wednesday. A day where it's not so nutty.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, you guys make plans. Franny also has later in the show some romantic places. We got a list about that. But a romantic place could just be any place if you're with the right person.
Yeah, it could be your house.
Yeah. Could be your house. Could be Dom in the studio hanging out. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, but we got a lot going on today. We got South Florida Fair tickets, which is awesome. And we do have Panther tickets. Thank Francis and Dominic, because back-to-back days. Panther tickets and South Florida Fair tickets. So the fair ends Sunday?
Yes, February 2nd. Okay. Yes, yep. And we're just doing a pair. We're doing a 4-pack. I'm sorry.
4-pack.
A 4-pack of tickets to the fair. Same thing with the Panthers tickets. 4-pack of tickets. So we'll be doing 11:45. We'll do fair. Excuse me. And then 12:45. We will do that 4-pack of tickets to to the Florida Panthers.
And the fair tickets are good for today and tomorrow.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so not the weekend,
All
just
right.
today and tomorrow.
All right, so pay attention, boys and girls.
Yeah,
If
make sure you can go.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Make sure you can go, and but it's for today and Friday.
Yeah, and if you're curious about the Panthers tickets, these are different because we were doing Blackhawks earlier this week. Now for this one, these are 4-pack tickets and parking pass, and this is for the Panthers versus Islanders. That's happening on Sunday.
Yep. So there you go, guys. 2 big giveaways that we're going to make happen for you today. Thanks to Francis and to Dominic. Super Bowl, every day we get closer and closer. We hear more and more things about the game and about all the things that are going on, the parties, the big events, the price of tickets. Price of tickets are, they say they're, a lot less than last year.
Still expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, still expensive. I don't care if it wasn't last year. I looked at the price tag. I was like,
No, not like we're
Still
telling you
pricey.
get it for $200.
Yeah.
You're still way over $4,000. But again, if you want to go to a Super Bowl, New Orleans is a cool place. But again, it's a little late now. First problem you got to have is not getting a flight; is finding a place to stay that's close. So maybe if you know somebody out there, you can pick up the phone, and go, "Hey, it was Minnie's to call you," and then you can sit there and stay. But yeah, it's you got another week, so you got some time. It is Francis and Dominic and the Greek. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll come back with a trifecta, this day in history, and a lot more. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Recently, who became the first Japanese baseball player to be elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
I'm scared to say something offensive.
Just do it.
Kawasaki.
You really are close. It's Ichiro Suzuki.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
When the wildfires struck Los Angeles,
Severe fire weather conditions.
first responders from near and far came to the rescue.
All fire departments and all law enforcement will be prepared.
Now, the music community has joined together to help at Fire Aid, a historic fundraising concert for the recovery of Los Angeles. Tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, live on the free iHeartRadio app's Hit Nation station.
And give what you can now at fireaidla.org.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
We're taking a look at some police activity here on Okeechobee Boulevard, eastbound after Quadro Boulevard. Also looking at an accident on Lyons Road, north of Palmetto Park Road. 95 in the Turnpike, currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk will help you get what you need right away. And with their pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, they'll help you get back on the job fast. Just visit them at the Pro Desk. We help, you save.
Love is in the air, and GimmeTheVin.com would love to buy your car. Hey, it's Franny, and when's the last time you checked its value? GimmeTheVin.com buys cars, trucks, SUVs, and even exotics from $2,000 to $200,000. Whether it's average, rough, or clean, they'll take it all, and they come to you. Plus, if they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100, no questions asked. That's only at GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Don't miss the Cruisin' for Crime Stoppers 14th Annual Motorcycle Ride, February 2nd. Come ride or just come for fun. Go to Crime Stoppers PBC to register, and if you know of a crime, you may be eligible for a reward. Ride for Crime Stoppers February 2nd. Crime Stoppers, Palm Beach County.
Less than 1 month until spring training returns to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Tickets, groups, mini plans, birthdays, VIP experiences, and more are all on sale now. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or stop by the ticket office today. We can't wait to see you at the ballpark.
Hey, it's the Greek, and I have a 401k, but I wasn't really sure what I had it in. I would just set it and forget it for years. And that's not a good way to do it. You got to know what your money's doing, and you got to know if your money is really working for you. At Trajan Wealth, they have experts that you can go to every single day. You can stop in their offices in West Palm Beach, or you could call them at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. They can help you. Also, they can advise you on different things you can invest in. This market is crazy, and it's changing every day, and you need people who know what's going on to put you in the right lane and get you on that road so when you do retire, you have money waiting for you. And you're enjoying South Florida. South Florida is one of the best places to live in the USA. But you need one thing when you retire. You don't want to worry about it. Trajan Wealth can make that happen. Call them today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. Peace. Advisory services offered by Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Woo, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messingthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo.
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 million protection package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 million protection package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Ready for the special season that's not on any calendar? It's free phone season. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless this tax season and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. After a clear and cool start to the day, expect temperatures to return to the upper 70s this afternoon under ample sunshine with an onshore breeze. Mild for tonight as winds shift out of the southeast. Temperatures will remain in the 60s by the start of Friday morning. The afternoon highs in the low 80s through the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever.
perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
Have you made your favorite station a preset on our new and improved iHeartRadio app?
Wait, what?
What about your favorite podcast?
You could do that?
Yeah, you really can.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. And with the all-new live radio dial, it's easier than ever to discover new stations you'll love, plus a new trending section and the lyrics to all your favorite songs.
Love the new look of the iHeartRadio app, guys.
It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Penthouse on a Thursday, getting ready for the weekend. Hope you guys had a good day so far. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
After a big winning night on the Hard Rock out. Woohoo! Ooh, you look a little taller today. Franny's in the house.
Hey, what's up?
And it's time for a Greek's Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, the Heat played last night. They got beat pretty bad. They lost by 20 to Cleveland. No Jimmy Butler in the house. There is some speculation that the Heat are going to jump into the trade deadline and make some moves. Possibility they get Randall. These are things that are out there. Or Fox from Sacramento, which would be a great pickup. I don't know if it's going to happen. Barkley's got a big game on February 9th, and he is the man that everybody wants to see. But it's also his birthday. We talked about it yesterday. So, man, what a great birthday that would be to win a Super Bowl and to have your birthday on the same day, February 9th. Giant fans still can't get over that. I don't think they ever will, that they didn't sign Barkley and he ended up going to Philly. But like I've said 100 times, it doesn't matter because if he played with the Giants, he would have not had the season that he had. Everybody keeps saying that, like, oh, my God, look what happened. No, it wouldn't have mattered. It really wouldn't. He would have had a good year with the Giants, maybe 1,000 yards, maybe a little bit more. But the Giants are just not a good team, and they do not have a lot of good players. And, so you can't measure it the way he did. Yes, he had a great season this year, possibly an MVP, rush for 2,000 yards, all that. But you know what? Wouldn't have been the same with the Giants. Florida Panthers played last night, and they beat the Kings 3-0. So hats off to the Panthers. We are the home of the Panthers. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach and the Cove Shopping Plaza. Now over to Franny for some Florida news. This day in history.
On this day in history.
All right, back in this day, January 30th, 190 years ago in 1835, G-Man, your dude, Andrew Jackson, became the first president to survive an assassination attempt. They say he was attacked by a guy with a pair of pistols that both misfired.
Oh, wow.
Right? Lucky day for him,
I was going to say, he should have went to the track or played the lottery.
Yep. So they claim here that the 67-year-old president beat him, the dude, with his walking stick.
Nice.
So take that.
Way to be, Andrew.
Take that.
Because you can't shoot me, I'm going to be on the $20 bill, bitch.
92 years ago, 1933, the Lone Ranger was heard on the radio for the first time. So Lone Ranger was a radio show before it was a television show.
Giddy up.
It ran, check this out, 2,956 episodes before ending 22 years later in 1955.
Wow,
that's a lot.
I bet there's somebody out there who never missed one.
77 years ago, 1948, Gandhi was assassinated by an extremist who opposed his efforts to end a civil war between Muslims and Hindus. 56 years ago, 1969, the Beatles made their final public appearance as a group performing on the roof of Apple Studios in London. The show was stopped when police arrived after neighbors complained about the noise. Damn it, Karen. 53 years ago, 1972, British soldiers in Northern Ireland killed 13 Catholic civil rights marchers on what became known as Bloody Sunday. U2 wrote Sunday, Bloody Sunday about it. 52 years ago, 1973, Kiss played their first concert, It was a place called the Popcorn Club, and they earned $50 performing for less than 10 people.
Wow.
Yeah. Look where they are now.
Not bad.
48 years ago, 1977, the Hardy Boys Mysteries debuted on ABC. It starred Parker Stevenson and Sean Cassidy as the teen detectives. Then we have 42 years ago, 1983. At the time, the Washington Redskins beat the Miami Dolphins 27-17 in Super Bowl 17. Washington running back, do you know who?
John Riggins?
With 166 yards on 38 carries and was voted the game's MVP. 34 years ago, 1991, the first major ground battle of the Gulf War was fought at the frontier port in Saudi Arabia. At that time, 12 U.S. Marines were killed. Then we have 31 years ago, 1994, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Buffalo Bills 30-13 to win Super Bowl 28. Dallas running back
Emmitt Smith.
Alex Point was MVP, and the Bills lost their fourth straight Super Bowl. Oh, that sucks. This was also the game where Emmitt Smith had his helmet stolen.
Yeah.
It was returned to him a couple weeks later following an anonymous phone call. 30 years ago, 1995, Boyz II Men won 3 awards at the 22nd Annual American Music Awards. Reba McEntire, Michael Bolton, and Ace of Base, remember them? Each received 2 awards. Tim McGraw was the favorite new country artist. More Super Bowls. Obviously, we were at that time. 25 years ago, 2000, the Rams beat the St. Louis at the time. Rams beat the Tennessee Titans 23-16 to win Super Bowl 34. St. Louis' quarterback,
Warner.
pass-free record, 414 yards, and was the MVP as Kurt Warner. 19 years ago, 2006, Martin Luther King Jr.'s widow, Coretta Scott King, died at the age of 78. And then if you are a fan of American Idol, 18 years ago, 2007, Catherine McPhee released her self-titled album featuring Over It. The album came out 8 months after losing the 5th season of American Idol to the, I don't know if he's forgotten, but that's what they say here, Idol winner Taylor Hicks. And there you go. Things that happened this day in history, January 30th.
We were out one night, and this guy bet my buddy that I couldn't, it was, about, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I couldn't rip off the 50 MVPs. Ooh. And we bet it, and we crushed it. I nailed every one, and he lost a lot of money.
How much? Come on.
It was a lot.
4 digits?
Yeah, he lost 4 digits.
Oof.
Yeah. It was like 100 and change per MVP.
Ooh.
He said, and he set it up where he said the game, like who played, and then like Franny did, I nailed it. I'm at 50-0. Just ripped it. It was awesome. Some people bet on, which I don't recommend, but the odds are greater, heads and tails. Because the reason I don't like it, I did it once just for blanks and giggles with some girl. Because if you lose, the game doesn't start and you're already down. And that sucks. That's a terrible feeling. You're like, oh, God, you're chasing. And if you're a gambler, you don't like to chase. But there's been 58 Super Bowls. Do you know the number, heads and tails?
No.
30-28. I believe it's heads. Only by 2. It's close. Man, it just shows you, like, the chance. It was like 8 years in a row, I think it was tails, something like that. And then there was a streak for a long time that a team who won the toss did not win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chiefs broke that last year. But it just shows you if you're betting something like that. And it's the best odds if you're betting, but it's so anticlimactic. Because if you win, it's like, all right, now what? And if you lose, it sucks. I mean, that's the thing. The national anthem, people bet on that. I don't like betting on I never have, but I just wouldn't. There's so much more to bet on. But there's been so many problems the last couple of years. Like when it starts, and it depends where you bet it. And then the other stuff. And there's always like spies around. You could bet on the halftime show. What's going to be his first song to his last song? What's his big hit? They're Not Like Us?
Not Like Us, yeah.
They're
Drake this.
Yeah, I think that's a big favorite.
Which they're saying, that he's going to play.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's going to spark up. He's going to rehash and bring it back up.
But the thing is, Drake sued him to try to get him not to be able to play that song.
Yeah.
So.
But they're saying that he's going to be playing it at the Super Bowl, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, will it be his first song or his last song? I mean, in Vegas, they do have a release party, I think, on Tuesday next week, and there's 66 pages of prop bets. So there's everything under the sun.
There's so much going around right now. Not even just about the prop bets, what's going on, but a lot of news with Kendrick Lamar. And if you're on social media or on there, they're like, saying that people aren't going to watch it because of him, that he's on there. How many viewers are they going to lose because of it? Listen, a lot of people are there to watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
We understand. If you don't like him, then just turn it off during halftime. It's that easy. But yeah, the narrative is so silly.
They said the same thing during the Dr. Dre. There was a lot of hate for that one too.
And that one was fantastic.
It was with Eminem.
They did great with that. That was out in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And they were a little bit like, "Oh, should we do this?" and everything like that. They know what they do in the NFL. Believe me, they're a billion-dollar company. They don't miss too often. And if they do, and it doesn't say it just doesn't do well, which I think it will, because people will watch it. Like Franny said, you're watching a game. Really, it's not going to affect anything. What's it going to affect?
And we understand not everybody likes every kind of genre of music. No. And if you don't like hip-hop, rap, then you may not like it. But sometimes you become a fan of somebody that you may not have listened to just from seeing them perform. So I'm one of those people just kind of keep an open mind.
I went to probably one of the best ones ever in person and one of the worst ones ever. Both down here. I saw.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Prince?
Yes.
Who?
Yeah.
The Who.
Yeah. Oh my
Prince
God.
and the Who.
People were like screaming.
Yeah.
Oh my! At the Who, and I was in a box. I was like, "Oh my God, it's not that bad." But they were like losing their mind.
Yeah, and you were there live. Watching it on TV was not that much better. And do not get me wrong, the Who is legendary, and they have great hits. And it's just,
it's just missed.
It was a miss. It was a bit of a miss. I think they wanted for a Super Bowl something a bit more upbeat. And I don't know.
It was just bad. And
I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a great game.
The halftime show.
Yeah, the Saints were great against the Colts. It was a very exciting game. Saints won. Prince was fantastic.
Yeah,
it
started raining when Purple Rain. When he was singing Purple Rain, it was raining.
It was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
he really was.
That would have been cool to see.
Yeah, he was great. But yeah, the Who, for whatever reason, it just missed or. The music.
There's a few that missed. I thought that The Weeknd. I thought that he missed. I wasn't super crazy about that performance, and I like him. He's very talented, but
I think he went too deep. You know what I mean?
And not just that, we were hyping it up a lot because he was hyping it up. He was spending a bunch of his own money, and he was going to do all these things we've never seen before. And then it was kind of like,
it was all right.
It was underwhelming.
Yeah, it really was. And there's always speculation that they get paid, that they pay for it.
They don't get paid.
Yeah, the NFL gives them a budget, then they have to extend it and do it on their own. And obviously, you're seeing, there could be at that Super Bowl halftime, maybe there's 70 million people watching. I'm guessing. Maybe not at 100. So you obviously have a big audience where you can get a lot of new viewers and people. But it's the biggest thing you'll hear about this Super Bowl is negative will be Brady. Right now. The Super Bowl, obviously, but you'll hear the negative thing. Maybe the halftime show, but I think more Brady. I think there's so much hate anyway. And when you put them on that stage with 100 million people, it's going to be crazy.
So I did see this, and we'll stick on the Super Bowl and then move on to a couple other things. But I was like, whoever put this list together, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And this is the most popular Super Bowl foods in our country, and they broke it down per state, right?
Okay.
So people are starting to already get their stuff together for their big game party. You need beer, dips, and Knofla soup? What the hell is that? Knofla soup? I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
You got to eat it with a fork?
That was one of the things. Well, that was one of the things on here that kind of I was like, what? So it is a German soup that usually includes dumplings, potatoes, chicken, vegetables, and cream. Sounds fine. Great. Whatever. But as one of the most popular Super Bowl foods, and they said it's popular in the north central part of the country. So I will let you know they did break it down. But we think, right? Pizza, burgers, wings, dips, buffalo chicken dip, whatever it is. But these are the results. Buffalo chicken dip is America's favorite Super Bowl food by a landslide, and they did all together. The top searched dish in 29 states was that buffalo chicken dip.
Okay.
And they said between the Midwest, Northeast, Southeast, baked potatoes, number one.
Really?
Yes.
I've never had a baked
Second
potato.
most, right?
A Super Bowl party.
I haven't either.
Not a Super Bowl party.
I mean, maybe tots or even potato skins. Still even have that either. Yeah, but potatoes. They said, California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and Montana. They love themselves a baked potato at a Super Bowl party.
Really?
That's why I said this list is so bogus to me, especially when I tell you what Florida's is. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, they like themselves some fried green tomatoes for the Super Bowl. That is the South and whatever. I guess maybe. And some other favorites represented on the map include funeral potatoes. Does anybody know what a funeral potato is?
Nope.
Or cheesy potatoes, poke bowls, deviled eggs.
Get out of my poke bowl.
Deviled eggs, maybe. A lot of people like those little snacks. Hot dogs, baked ziti,
I can see
garlic knots. And then there's a Spanish pastry, sopapillas, which is on there. they said, which is number 1, New Mexico. Crawfish etouffee, Louisiana, number 1. And as I mentioned, that no fluff, I'm saying it right, soup was number 1 in North Dakota. I have a girlfriend who's up in the Dakotas right now. I should ask her if she's had any. So this is it. When you go and you look at the map itself, you're like, well, this is stupid. Do you want it? You're never going to guess. So I don't even know. For Florida.
Artichokes.
No.
Beans.
No. I'm like, well, who did this?
I don't know.
It was on Mental Floss as the website, which normally has some decent stuff. But, man, I was very, very surprised.
I give up.
Yeah, you're not gonna get it. Do you just want to try one attempt?
Barbecue?
No.
Nope, I don't want to try.
No attempt? All right. Okay, because you're not. Ramen.
Nope.
Ramen?
No.
Yeah.
Like ramen noodles?
Yes. I was like, who? Like, ramen is a big deal. As far as, and it's not the cheap stuff that you go and buy. A lot of people really enjoy making the big dish. Yes, so the ramen with the either pork belly or chicken or beef, and you do the boiled egg in there and stuff. But yeah, it is crazy that. But I was like, who the heck did this? And not just that. So ramen was very weird, and that was for the savory snacks. And they said for desserts, they mapped out favorite Super Bowl desserts, and it looks like Florida and Nevada.
Tiramisu.
Texas. No, they prefer classic combination. They said of just a regular kind of cake. They said, which one is it? It's like a strawberry shortcake.
Oh, God.
Weird, right?
Yeah, that's different.
I'm like, who the heck did
I can never
this?
see somebody have a Super Bowl party and go, hey.
Anybody want some strawberry shortcakes?
I'm like, no.
Or how about ramen? I made
It's
a
a party I don't want to be at.
I made everybody grab a bowl.
Yeah, everybody get a bowl. Want some ramen?
I know. I saw this and I read it and I'm like, I gotta know. Where did this come from? Who
made
did
it?
this? What Floridians are like, yeah. If you serve ramen at your Super Bowl party, I'm curious. Let me know. Maybe we're in the wrong. Maybe we just don't understand.
Probably on Bavania.
I love ramen, but not for Super Bowls.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's good.
What do you got, Dom? Somebody at home?
Yeah, we have Sarah B.
Sarah B., what is up with you?
Oh, just killing life in general.
Yeah? Taking names, huh?
Right? So my promotion is official.
Yay.
I'm so excited. And remember I told you guys I got the raise from my review and then I was going to get another one from my promotion.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 2 numbers in mind. I had the number in mind that I thought they were probably going to give me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I had the number of, like, what would I need to be able to, like, quit the bar and still make what I make?
Mm-hmm.
So after both raises, the second raise brought me to, like, exactly halfway between my 2 numbers.
Oh, that's good in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible bad.
Good.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Very good, because I was like, it's more than I thought they were going to give me.
Mm-hmm.
But I never imagined I was going to get the ideal number. No one ever does. That's the ideal number. That's why it's up there. But so I'm very happy.
Well,
and I'm so excited because it's one of those things where you earned it,
Mm-hmm.
and it just feels really good to finally get it.
Aw, I'm happy for you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it looks like 2025 is so far being a very good year for you.
It is. Yes. It is a very good year so far, so I'm excited. And then, of course, my mind starts wondering of all the stuff I'm going to be able to get done. Like the goals I set for myself at the beginning of the year, some of them are more attainable now.
That's awesome, and that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Well, you deserve it. You work hard. You're a good person. You got a big heart, so God bless, and I hope everything works out for you in 2025.
Well, thank you. So, Franny, that list that you're reading, what was Tennessee?
Let's see. Let me go back on the map. It's Tennessee first. I'm looking at desserts. Hold on. Tennessee is Tennessee is buffalo chicken dip.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, for the most popular Super Bowl foods, and then for desserts, which is kind of odd, it's chocolate covered strawberries.
Ooh. That's a little weird.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
The whole list is weird.
It is. It's very odd.
It isn't anything that you think traditionally for a Super Bowl party.
Yeah. Well, and I guess if you think about it, that's a perfect finger food because you really don't put it in. You just eat it. You just pick it up and eat it. So
true.
The chocolate covered strawberries, that is more of a finger food. Now, what's California? Because I want to see which side I lean more towards. Because since I'm
Yeah, so California was one of the weird states that has a baked potato as their favorite Super Bowl food.
Hey, you want a baked potato?
But you know what? It's funny. The baked potato was all West Coast. It was Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and California.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought that was weird.
What was the dessert?
The dessert was the same as Florida, strawberry shortcake.
That's lame.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess I'm more of a Tennessean then.
I mean, you've been there long enough, right?
Right? Technically, I have been here longer than I was in California now. So, yeah. That's too funny. All right. Well, that's all I had, Penthouse. Love you guys.
I love you. Congrats.
Exciting news.
Yes.
Yeah, that is great news. That's awesome. Hopefully 2025 will be a very good year. After 1 month, do you think you can tell what kind of year 2025 is going to be?
For me personally, after 1 month, it's going great. It's all uphill from here.
Good job there. That's
Keep it
what
going.
How about you, Darren Periwinkle?
Yeah.
What do you say? Yeah. Think Pencil's going to get a lot of events in upcoming year?
Dom?
Yeah, Dom. DJ Pencil.
Oh, can we go to commercial?
Yeah, it's time. I'm just kidding. Not yet.
Not yet.
Got a couple minutes.
You laugh, but that could put you on the map. I mean, you kidding me? You can get that Lamborghini you want. My God, you'd be cool.
You'd be cool.
877-927-6969.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
I know. He doesn't know how to officially end a conversation.
I thought she hung up.
I know. She was still there.
All right, Sarah.
You have the thing in there. You can see when she's on the phone and not.
I wasn't even looking.
Yeah, we know.
Just because you won a ton of money last night, should have bought us lunch today. Come on.
Yeah. What about you with your wad of cash yesterday?
Yeah, you
That
offered
was-
to buy us lunch.
That was
And that was money you didn't even realize was gone.
that was something that I just found in my pants. That was it. It wasn't anything like that. I'll buy you lunch any day of the week. Name the place, I'll be there. Francis. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. And on the table, we'll get into this later, but think about it. Who would you want to watch the Super Bowl with? One person. Could be a friend. Could be somebody in your life. Could be a ball player. Could be a movie star. Who would it be? Let us know. We'll come back with that and so much more. We also have Florida stories. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll be back. Peace.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted Cole!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Shot, he scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov put right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
We're taking a look at some police activity here on Okeechobee Boulevard, eastbound after Quadro Boulevard. Also looking at an accident on Lyons Road, north of Palmetto Park Road. 95 the Turnpike, currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com for 75% off your first service. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. TRUgreen.com.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonuses. It kills dollarweed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. undefeated.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey, it's the Greek for Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. I love this place, and you will love it too. The coffee is awesome. I love the cappuccino, and desserts are great. You know I got a sweet tooth, and it's perfect for lunch. Stop by today. It's in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Center. Start off your day with a Pilar Coffee. It'll put a smile on your face. Pilar Coffee, remember it. Your boy drinks it, and it's good enough for me. It's good enough for you. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When an injured worker left me a message that said, "You probably won't call me back. I'm just a nobody," I called him right back. Nobody's a nobody, and no one deserves a better firm than you.
When Morgan said nobody is a nobody, I felt like that. And they took care of me, and now we're doing okay. Thank God that I went to Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Sunshine through the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 70s across the area. An onshore breeze will become a south wind for tonight. That will leave us mild into Friday morning with temperatures in the 60s across the area. Warming into the weekend with highs in the low 80s both Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
This is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Your chance this hour to win fair tickets, and then at 12:45, your chance to win Panther tickets. Throwing it at you today, 2 for the price of 1. Thanks to Francis and Dominic. Dominic, good morning.
Good morning, G-Man.
Dominic, after a big win, so if you see him out, he'll give you $20.
Did he have a sex change? Did he have a sex change after that big win? That's a big loss, usually.
Sex change is when you lose, not when you win. What are you going to do with all that money that you won? I mean, what do you think? You have a new car, pool? I mean,
I'm going to buy myself lunch. That's about all I want.
Nice. Francis is here.
Hola.
And we're going to get into some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Okie dokie. Well, just a heads up, because this is something that I know people are going to have to deal with today if you are flying. I don't know. It wasn't a Florida story, but everywhere is going to be feeling the effects of it. But flights have been suspended at PBIA and other local airports because of that terrible, deadly plane collision that happened in D.C., if you didn't hear about that. Just a weird situation, man.
The helicopter.
Yeah, Blackhawks helicopter and American Airlines flight. I mean, they're saying no survivors, but skating team, ice skating team.
Yeah, U.S. skating. Yeah, ice
there's
skating.
Also Russian skaters on there too. Just a weird situation.
Doesn't
right?
make sense.
You would think.
That with all the technology and everything.
How did they collide like that? But anyways, just a heads up, PBIA did release some information. They said that there have been canceled flights. Of course, the canceled departing and arriving PBIA flights have been listed. You can find those on our local news partner or probably PBIA's website, but I did find it CBS12.com, and some of them do go up until the afternoon. We do have flights from 10:08 a.m. to 1:20 in the afternoon, arriving and departing flights, so make sure to check that out. They said Fort Lauderdale International Airport has also suspended flights to and from Reagan National Airport. However, there's still flights departing and arriving at another airport close by in Virginia. I believe it's Dulles International Airport, so if you need to fly out that way. And then next up in your Florida, a car off-road leads to drug-related arrest from a woman in Fort Pierce. Ooh. Yep. A car found 15 feet into the woods led to the discovery of an unconscious woman in the driver's seat. So the Fort Pierce Police Department said officers were called on reports of a car that was off the road. Upon arrival, they found this Ford Fusion with Veronica Coors alone and unconscious behind the wheel. The car was in drive, but her foot on the brake prevented it from moving anymore. The arrest affidavit said that St. Louis County Fire Rescue was already on the scene and was attempting to wake her up by pounding on the windows and doors. When these efforts failed, they broke the front passenger window to gain access and try to wake her. Police said she refused any medical treatment after being escorted out of the car. Obviously, finally woke up. They did observe multiple burnt tin foil shards and a spoon, which were consistent with drug paraphernalia. A small bag containing white powder was found in the center console, and it did test positive for cocaine. They said that they had arrived with some drug testing kits. Yeah, she was definitely wasted. They said with that, burnt foil lighters, prescription pills, all kinds of stuff were in her purse. And they said that she definitely, after they made sure she was okay, got to make sure she was okay because she was unconscious, she was eventually booked into the St. Lucie County Jail. Next up in your Florida bologna sandwich, landed a dude in jail because he used it as a weapon.
Ooh.
Yep. Over a
Don't hit me with that bologna.
Wildwood man was arrested for battery after throwing a bologna sandwich at his roommate over a PlayStation argument.
I can't see you would call the cops. The guy just got hit with bologna.
Deputies responded to an unknown disturbance. They said this was Wildwood. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. So they met with 29-year-old Oclavius Shermaine Chandler, I believe, who stated he threw a bologna sandwich at his roommate. He's like, yeah, I did it. He explained he threw the sandwich due to the victim taking back his PlayStation 5 from his bedroom and trying to antagonize him with a verbal altercation. The deputy then spoke to the victim, who advised that Chandler was being too loud while playing on the PS5. And he was like, I was just trying to sleep. So I went in, I got my PS5 from his bedroom, and I walked out. He was like, it was mine anyways, dude was being loud. So he said Chandler became aggressive, started yelling at me. He said his behavior then led to the victim to record the incident on his cell phone. He was like, yeah, you're getting crazy, I'll record you. It's so silly that's our initial reaction, to start recording.
Yep.
While he was being yelled at,
Over this, too.
While he was being yelled at, Chandler was upset that he was being recorded. So he threw his bologna sandwich at the victim, and they said it hit him right in the chest. No visible injuries from the bologna sandwich, just so you know. It's not like a brick. Footage of the argument showed him approaching the victim in the kitchen, Chandler yelling at the victim, and it also shows him throwing the sandwich. The guy got arrested for this because it's
crazy.
I know, because the roommate called. He's like, "You threw a sandwich at me."
For all the things that are going on that the police have to worry about, they worry about.
So now, but this is the unfortunate part. The criminal history check revealed that Chandler has 2 prior battery convictions. In addition, he also has an active felony probation for aggravated assault with weapon without intent to kill. I don't know if that weapon was another sandwich. He was arrested for domestic battery and violation of probation. And now he is being held without bonds. All over the bologna sandwich, dude. And then finally here in your What the Florida, it looks like a Florida man with an ankle monitor told deputies, I can't go to jail. Well, why did he say I can't go to jail? So yeah, Winter Haven man was on probation, and now he's back behind bars. The backstory behind this, Polk County Sheriff says they were investigating a vehicle crash, and there was a 23-year-old, Sebastian, approached the scene. And they said, or excuse me, when they approached him, and he was like, yo, what the bleep happened? The deputy said he stopped what he was doing, turned to Sebastian, and explained it was a crash. It was a crash, and that everybody's fine. Don't worry about it. However, according to Polk County Sheriff's Office, it looks like Suarez got within a foot of the deputy and angrily snapped back. No S. It was a car crash. Who hit who? So the deputy told Suarez to step back. So let me do my work. Step back, dude. Like, that's none of your business. Get out. So Suarez yelled, bleep you. You can't tell me what to do.
Bleep you.
Bleep you. You can't tell me what to do. Yeah, I kind of can. The deputy explained to Suarez that he was impeding the deputy's work and that he needed to move back or you are going to be arrested. Then that's when Suarez says, I'm on an ankle monitor with a curfew. You can't do blank. You can't take me anywhere. Cop can.
Oh, yeah. You sure about that?
He can take you wherever he wants. Doesn't matter if you have an ankle monitor.
That's right.
According to Deputy Suarez, continued to act out, was uncooperative. He was arrested and charged with violation of probation. Guess what? They did take you to jail. They said also interfering with a first responder on 2 counts of resisting arrest. So he just got all like, ooh, what's going on with this car crash? Yeah, just so you know. I love this. They're like, why should you care? Because they said after he arrived to jail, deputy said Suarez had calmed down, explained that a relative was involved in the crash and that deputies were investigating. So they're like, well, why should you care? Florida's HALO law, which is aimed at protecting first responders by keeping crowds at a distance.
Okay.
This actually took effect January 1st, 2025. So this is new, which we didn't know. I didn't know of. I'm sure some people did. It's called the HALO law. So it protects first responders, keeps the crowd back.
That's good.
It makes it illegal to come within 25 feet of first responders if the intent is to impede or threaten or harass them while they're in the middle of an emergency. They say people who violate this law, the new HALO law in Florida, can be charged with a misdemeanor or face up to 60 days in jail. So heads up.
I heard that is used to keep people from videotaping, though, too.
Probably.
Yeah, the whole situation that happened with Kobe.
Or Tyreek Hill, I'm just saying, that whole situation, people videotaping that, just to try to keep people back.
And not just, too, they're not just videotaping, they're trying to do their job.
Yeah.
Don't get all up in the middle of a mix while they're doing
And
it,
you
trying
could
to
be
save lives, too.
Also, you could be affecting somebody's health. You know, if they're helping somebody in a bad situation, we got people there you got to worry about. Yeah, the Tyreek Hill thing was bad. I think it was also bad because of where it happened. You know, it was 11 o'clock at Dolphin Stadium, so you had thousands of people there, you know, which was not good. The Kobe thing was sad, too, where there were people showing up and taking the police were the ones wrong there. It wasn't the crowd, obviously, because they sold those pictures. But she won in court. That is it for Florida Stories. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Don't forget at 11:45, you're going to have a chance to win tickets to the fair. And the fair is, Sunday, right? Is the last day. So, and these tickets for the next 2 days, correct?
Yep, today and tomorrow.
All right, so if you want to go to the fair on us, make sure you call at 11:45, and we'll make that happen for you. Also, 13 times a day to win $1,000. We have not had a winner yet. We need a winner. Come on. This is like a game. Step up. Somebody win. Somebody do something.
Somebody.
Male,
Don't you want
female-
$1,000?
Yeah.
It says, who doesn't want $1,000, as Greek says?
Yeah, come on.
Everybody
I know I
wants
do.
$1,000.
Who doesn't?
So you said it's not a game. Speaking of games, they said that these are some fun things that you can do for your Super Bowl game. We know a lot of people like to play squares, some friendly action. Maybe it's just betting small things here and there. But if you want to have a little bit more fun with the Super Bowl and actually play games, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything with money. These are some ideas that have been thrown out there. And let's see what we have here. They say Super Bowl party game ideas. So if you're throwing the party, here's some fun games.
Drink
that
every
you can
time
do.
you see Taylor Swift.
Be wasted. But yeah, that was actually kind of one of them. It's not a drinking, but it's a DIY Super Bowl bingo. And some of the things that they had if you see Taylor Swift, if you see so and so, with the coin flip. So you make your own bingo.
Yeah. Roger
It's kind of
Goodell
fun.
could be in there. They'll show him 3 or 4 times.
Let's see, DIY. You can do the same thing. Super Bowl commercials bingo too. Certain things that you see in Super Bowls, you create your own. It's because a lot of these are DIY. DIY big game commercial scavenger hunt. So it's almost kind of like the bingo, but you have certain things that you got to find during the commercials.
Cool.
They said a football squares, which we know of. The 4th down card game. Do you know what that is?
No, I do
4th
not.
down card game. I
Nope.
got to look into that. And then for fun, which I think I've never done this, and I could totally see this going on during a Super Bowl, especially during halftime. You have your own little competition. Do like a wing eating contest or something
that's
like
cool.
that, and have
that'd be
like
cool.
a prize or something for somebody. Make it fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Whoever eats the most wins.
Yes, wing eating contest. If you have any ideas you want to throw out there, let us know. 47142. Start it off with Real Radio. Maybe it's games that you play during the Super Bowl.
Spicy wing.
Yeah. Oh, like the hot wing challenge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just so you could see that person be suffering for the next half an hour or two after they win.
We went to one a couple years ago, and it was whoever gets closest to the score. And you got a prize. You got a bottle of champagne. It was at somebody's house, which is nice, But like I said, Franny said it gets a way to get people into it and watch it. If you're not have money on the game, other things. But who knows? Roger Goodell will be sown. Yeah, he definitely will 2 or 3 times. Taylor Swift, I say the under over on hers probably got to be 5.5.
I was about to say 5 too.
Yeah, 5.5. You're getting good at it. It depends if Kelsey does well. Because when they played Houston, they showed her a lot.
Mm-hmm. But last week they didn't.
No, not that much. Also, when she played in Houston, Caitlin Clark was in her box, so it was a little bit more like 2 for the price of 1.
I'm sure she's going to have someone with her at the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Who would you want to watch the game with if you had one person you could pick? Could be a celebrity or a friend or somebody you know, but if it could be a ball player, anybody on top of your list?
Snoop.
Yeah. You guys be smoking pot and hanging out?
Just, going at it.
All right. There. And I'm sure a lot of people would say Snoop because he's cool and you hang out.
Or Wiz Khalifa.
Now, do you ask him to play music or you just like, we're just hanging out?
Just hanging out.
All right. Franny, who would you be?
I like you just want people who smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah. It'd be a good time. Nice and easy. Don't got to worry about anything.
Yeah. I'm going to be a good wife. I'm going to pick my husband.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, I would say right now, pending on what she's going through, I'd probably go with Jessica Alba because she's going through a divorce. She's upset.
Alba. There's an L there.
Whatever.
She's going to want you to get her name right, though.
Well, if I sleep with her, I will. But she's probably depressed.
Probably not.
But I know she's going to be depressed. Probably first game she's not watching with her husband. And I'll tell her she can bring her kids, even though I really don't want her to. But I'll try to be nice. And then hopefully she doesn't know much about football. That's a good, base, so we can talk about football and everything like that. And that's it.
And she's got money on the Eagles. Uh-oh.
Oh, then I make an exception. I would tell her, though. I would text her, like, if you're going to bet the Eagles, let's just have lunch during the week.
That's a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker, Jessica. I got to be honest with you. Halle Berry it's like, it was a photo finish, but she's falling out. She's just, because I think Halle, like, she goes through guys like I go through clothes. You know what I mean? This one at least is.
So is J-Lo.
Yeah, but J-Lo's not even on the list.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, J-Lo, she's going to want to talk about Ben the whole time. I don't want to hear about Ben.
And Diddy problems.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't even bring up Diddy. And then Ben might stop over and bring Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my God! So I have to show you this. So
I'm like, how much they pay you to wear that sweatsuit?
At the fair, how they have a ton of like those the things that you get at spring break, like the shirts, the airbrush shirts. As I was like, what am I trying to think of? The airbrush shirts. I remember as a kid getting them when I would go to Destin from Georgia with
Funny
with a
faces.
dolphin on it or something, my name. But they have them all over the South Florida Fair. People who make those.
Yeah.
And there was one I took a picture of. I'm gonna create a reel with my time at the fair because it was a really cool time. But I was like, I died. I was like, well, that is ballsy. I'm gonna show Greek. It's so that was one of the shirts they were promoting, and it's a picture of Diddy with airbrush like jail bars, like cell bars, and it says "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." Is what somebody was selling at the fair.
Now,
I was very, very tempted to buy that for my husband.
Oh my God!
He would never wear it though. But
Now LeBron, that was
wow.
LeBron's famous quote years ago. They have him saying that.
That's probably where they got it from. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
That's what he said. He was there and he said that.
I mean, that used to be it. Diddy parties used to be the thing back in the day.
Yeah, you got to be huge, big celebrity. If you got invited, you were a baller beyond belief. All the parties in the Hamptons and out in L.A., even down here. You know, he had a lot in Miami. But yeah, I remember LeBron's quote was that line right there. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Now everybody wants to like, oh no, I wasn't there.
Oh, and I made a quick video. We'll post it, but I'll like put up the volume. So there was a place that fries everything, and they actually have fried Buckeyes. So there is a famous quote where I asked G-Man, "Hey, what's a Buckeye?" And he's like, "A Buckeye is a Buckeye because the Ohio Buckeyes. A Buckeye is a Buckeye." I'm like, oh, okay. So the Buckeyes at the fair are chocolate covered peanut butter dough balls. That is
Dill balls?
Dough.
Oh.
Chocolate covered peanut butter dough balls.
Did you have one of those?
And then they deep fried them. No, but I saw the sign. It says, "What is a Buckeye?" And I took a picture of it.
You gotta be laughing.
They said, "While the Buckeye nut," so there is a Buckeye nut, and I'm sure they're all over Ohio. That's why they're the Buckeyes. Yeah. Is poisonous. The Buckeye candy is delicious.
Oh.
So it's a nut or a chocolate-covered peanut butter dough ball.
A Buckeye is a Buckeye.
There you go.
Thank you.
But we actually found out what a Buckeye was.
So the day is coming February 14th. I know, Franny, you have something. Would you go on a first date? Mm-hmm. Would you go on a first date? Or would you feel you would have to do
on Valentine's Day?
Don, would you go on a first date?
Yeah, why not? Just because
you don't feel pressure or anything?
No, just because it's still the first day. I'm not expecting, a big outing.
Would you get her flowers?
I mean, possibly it's the first date.
Yeah, that's
nothing crazy.
Yeah,
not 2 bouquets like you for Franny, just for a regular day.
Yeah, I was able to take them home last night. If you're wondering where they went, because I told you that I was leaving them here.
Yeah, no, she threw them out.
I did not. They're on my kitchen table.
I thought you were going to send me a picture. I was holding my phone all night. I was like, oh.
Well, you know what they look like. You gave them to me. Thank you. They're very nice. I put them in a vase, and they're on my... Because I got out of here early enough to drop them off the house and then head to the fair.
Oh, it was a lot for you to do. I don't know. Some guys probably wouldn't want to go on. They would feel pressure, especially if it went bad. But I think one rose is nice for somebody you don't know. If you bring them a dozen, it's nice too. You can bring them yellow because red is for love and yellow is more friendship.
If it went bad, I'll just be like, on to the next one.
Yeah. I don't know if I would go yellow because then that's initially going, hey, I just want to, let's just be friends. You could do pink or white or something else if you want that person to be more than a friend.
Sure.
Even a red one's fine. But yes, they said that a lot of people, Valentine's Day can be rough for single folks. And a bad date, but some say a bad date may be better than no date at all.
It's true.
I don't know. I'd probably take no date over a bad date. But in a new survey, 61% of single people say they are willing to go out for a first date on February 14th, Valentine's Day. It said that 65% of single men are into it, compared to only 57% of single women, still enough. And they said that the younger generation is the most willing to do so, about 70%. But they didn't mention this. They said, but it probably helps that Valentine's Day is a Friday this year, since it's easier to roll with it as any other Friday night date, possibly. Mm-hmm. They're like, if it was like a Wednesday, like last year was, it feels more intentional and special that way.
Okay.
But I guess maybe this time it's just a Friday night. Hey, and you want to, even though it happens to fall on Valentine's, be like, oh, you know what? I didn't realize it was Valentine's Day.
I can't believe
thought it was just a Friday night.
Oh, I got a streak going of banging people.
But they also found that a lot of people, women, 1 in 4, will celebrate Galentine's Day. People think that's dumb. You guys should have a Bro-entine's Day on the 13th, which is that Thursday before. It celebrates love and friendship among women. They say so. It's a time when a group of friends go out for dinner together. And it was actually, if you're not familiar with the show Parks and Recreation, that they were the ones who really made it popular. It's a great show. But I'm actually going to be spending Galentine's Day at the Moose Lodge in Jupiter.
Oh, I would go there too if I was you.
They are.
I would live there.
Well, they are doing. Well, I am now a moose. I am now a member. But they're actually doing something for Galentine's Day for the
cute.
women. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
it's going to
nice.
be a day that they do. So it should be fun.
Oh, good place to go if you want to meet a girl.
I think it's just girls.
Too bad. Like I said, good place if you want to meet girls.
G-Man walks in. Hey, guys.
I don't know. It could be
What's
guys
that?
and
Is this
girls.
a sleepover? I brought a lot
Like,
of cash.
get out. No boys allowed.
Oh, my God. What do you think would be harder to go on a date, that or New Year's Eve for a first date?
I don't really think either are too hard.
No?
Mm-mm.
A lot of people
See, the New Year's Eve thing to me might be more because you're taking them to a party, and that could be
Yeah.
overwhelming. If it's
Yeah.
a bunch of people or all your friends and they don't know anybody, if that's that could be overwhelming. But if it's just dinner,
Yep.
Then you might feel like you have to stay with the person at 12 o'clock, too.
no,
No?
you shouldn't feel anyway. If you're done, you're done.
Oh, man, I would
If
feel
they
bad.
want to.
Yeah,
I
of
would feel
course.
bad. I'd be like, all right, I'll stay with you at 12. I'm not going to charge you, though. After 10, it's on that.
Feeling bad.
But yeah, maybe you want to take them to a nice dinner. And so Open Table, which if you don't know, it's a website, it's an app, and it's a place to make reservations. And it also reviews. You can put reviews of restaurants on there too. I utilize it quite often. But they decided to come out with a list of the best, most romantic restaurants in the nation, in the country.
Wow.
And they want to, how this Valentine's Day, and there's another thing on here. We'll get to it after the fact, but how they are breaking the rules people are on Valentine's Day. So we'll get into more of it because I know we're running close to a break. But the one restaurant, and I'll tell you other ones that made it nationwide, but the one restaurant that made it here in Florida,
Yeah.
Burns Steakhouse.
Oh, Tampa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It was top 5
Wow.
of the best, most romantic restaurants. If you've never been there, highly recommend. I know a lot of people have gone there that are listening. I went there for my first time last year. What, G-Man? You look like what, you want to say something?
No, it just doesn't seem like a romantic place. It's very dark. It's a steak place.
I think it's romantic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was the first time.
Extensive wine. Have you been in there?
Yeah, once years ago.
Yeah, but see, to me, dark is romantic. I don't like when you go in a place and the lights are shining on you.
I would think maybe a place on the water or close to, you know what I mean? Something like that with a view.
Okay.
Again, everybody's different.
Yeah, I found it to be, and maybe it's just the company you have. And you said, and we had a great time, and it's because they have the whole little dessert area upstairs. They have the wine cellar you can go check out. I guess maybe that's more my speed. I don't know, but I thought it to be a romantic restaurant. But they said that was the best in the state of Florida for Valentine's Day.
That's a great compliment.
Yeah, so I have more nationwide we'll get into, plus how some people are breaking the rules too this Valentine's Day. What are they doing differently?
Ooh. Maybe making somebody pay. The woman, you pick her up, you go, hey, you're paying tonight. I'm breaking the rules. That's not a good thing to do. I'm sure that date will
I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, it'll be Fast and Furious, and it won't be the movie. We'll be back in a few minutes, and then 11:45, your chance to get tickets to the fair. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Recently, who became the first Japanese baseball player to be elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
I'm scared to say something offensive.
Just do it.
Kawasaki.
You really are close. It's Ichiro Suzuki.
Oh, man!
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
When the wildfires struck Los Angeles,
severe fire weather conditions.
First responders from near and far came to the rescue.
All fire departments and all law enforcement will be prepared.
Now the music community has joined together to help at Fire Aid, a historic fundraising concert for the recovery of Los Angeles. Tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, live on the free iHeartRadio app's Hit Nation station.
And give what you can now at fireaidla.org.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
We're taking a look at some police activity here on Okeechobee Boulevard, eastbound after Quadro Boulevard. Also looking at an accident on Lyons Road, north of Palmetto Park Road. 95 in the Turnpike, currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're going to make a resolution to improve your health. But if you're feeling sluggish and low energy, if your sleep patterns are off, if you've been working out and aren't seeing the gains you used to see, making that resolution may not be so easy. This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic, and if you're feeling the way I just described, we can likely help you with that resolution, because those symptoms probably mean you're suffering with low testosterone. And at the Atlantic Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating this condition. With our low T protocols, if you're like most men, the change will astound you. You'll feel more energy and better mental clarity, your sleep will improve, your workouts will be better, and you'll likely find your sex drive goes up as well. So call us today and get treated for your low T. Your initial visit includes blood work and a medical consult, and if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. That's AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk will help you get what you need right away. And with their pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, they'll help you get back on the job fast. Just visit them at the Pro Desk. We help, you save.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Capital One.
The LPGA season starts today. It's 75th anniversary season with the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions down in Florida. The event features only players who have won major LPGA competitions in the last 2 years. This year's field is just 32 deep, in part because of reigning LPGA Tour Player of the Year Nelly Korda, who grabbed 7 tour victories last season. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
Capital One is a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, it's Alec Baldwin. This season on my podcast, Here's the Thing, I speak with musician, photographer, and philanthropist Julian Lennon.
Photography really does allow me to do that. I have empathy for people on the other side of the world that you'll never ever meet, but you'll at least have some understanding of what their life is and what they went through or are still going through.
Listen to Here's the Thing on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Here's the Thing and start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Precision Garage Door of South Florida. Precision Door, a name you can trust.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in The Penthouse on a Thursday. Don't forget, you're going to have an opportunity about 9 minutes and change to win tickets to the fair. Franny was there last night for bike night, and pretty soon the fair will be done, but you're going to get the opportunity to go tonight and tomorrow night on Real Radio. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
What's up?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
All right, Super Bowl's a week away and change, but there are many things you can bet on. One of the things you can bet on, as crazy as this seems, is will Kelsey ask Taylor Swift to get married after the game on the field? And that is a prop bet. So if you have any thoughts about that, will it happen? Will it not? And then also he's supposed to retire. The retiring is not in the bet, but the bet is out there is that will he ask her to get married on the field after the game? Would you bet on that?
I would say no. I wouldn't bet on it.
Because if they lose, he's not doing it.
Yep.
Because he's going to be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either way.
Yeah.
But just that's just what I think. What about you?
I don't think so either. Either way. But it is something that shows you all the crazy things that you can bet on. Like I said, Vegas releases all their prop bets on Tuesday, 66 pages or 67 pages of prop bets that you could do. Caitlin Clark was asked to play in the NBA three-point contest, and she declined. Good move, I think. She said she'll do it for the WNBA. She doesn't want to mix it up with the guys, which I think is good. Because if she ever won, it would be brutal, I think. But she said, no, I'm not going to do it, which I think is good. Panthers won last night 3-0. They beat the Kings. They were home. You can always hear the Panthers on Real Radio. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Peace. A couple things on the board today. Who would you want to watch the game with? Franny said her husband. Dom said Snoop Dogg. I said Jessica Alba. Whatever her name is. What is it? Jessica what?
Just put an L in there. Alba.
All right, whatever.
Alba.
I'll just call her Jessica. I'll text her. I'll be like, you want to come to the game or what?
Okay. I was like, it's not that much. It's not that difficult. You just have to add an extra letter in there, Alba. But yeah, we were talking a little Valentine's Day too, and these are what they claim, according to Open Table, is the list of the top 100 most romantic restaurants in the country. Not going over 100, but we do have some here, and I mentioned that at number 2 was Burns Steakhouse in Tampa. You also have on the list the Pink Door, Seattle, Washington, if you're in that area. Trulux. They used to have a Trulux down here.
Not familiar with it.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do, but Trulux, Ocean's finest seafood and crab. That's Austin, Texas. Made the list. The top ones here, the River Cafe, Brooklyn, New York.
Been there.
The Dining Room, Biltmore Estates. Biltmore Estates is gorgeous in Asheville, North Carolina. I bet you that's very romantic. Canoe. I was actually there this past year in Atlanta, Georgia. Great spots. Very, very nice Canoe restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. Burns Steakhouse, as I mentioned, number 2. And then finally, the most romantic is called the Marine Room, and that is in San Diego, California.
Chick-fil-A wasn't on there, huh?
It was nuts. No, neither was White Castle. I know they were taking reservations. But yeah, February 14th,
White Castle.
It's true. They are. Restaurants are packed with romantic tables for 2 because of Valentine's Day, and it's traditionally been a couples-focused holiday, right? But new research suggests that may be changing this year. While there will be plenty of partners dining out together that night, there may be a shift in celebrations, according to this survey that Open Table did. They said a lot of people, as we mentioned, are saying yes to first dates on Valentine's Day, which is very odd. Doesn't happen that. Double dates are on the table, too. Having dinner with another couple on Valentine's Day, over half said that they would be happy to do it.
Yeah, never thought about it, but that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I love this. They call it love at first bite. Some couples like to stick with familiar favorites for their holidays, dinners, but 81% are planning to try a new restaurant on Valentine's Day. I'd like to try new things too. More than 36% want a special occasion spot to make the meal memorable. And they said, don't forget about your BFF, because a quarter of those people polled plan to celebrate their best friends on Valentine's Day this year. So they said, so whether you're going with your long-term partner or braving a first date, they said the place you have dinner can definitely make or break the mood. So they said, think about it. Yeah.
And a lot of people might feel pressure to go out that day. But again, it depends on everybody's individual. You might feel like I got to do more. You know, I might have to get candy, flowers, other things besides dinner. You could show up and say, I got your flowers, and you got to kick in for it. That'd be brutal. Here it is. Or you go to dinner and you decide, we're going to Dutch tonight. I don't know if you saw my text. I put that the following one when I told you what time we're going to meet. 877-927-6969. Who would you like to watch the game with? Tom Brady. I'm sure there'll be people who say Tom Brady. Gronk.
I don't know, because he's going to get a lot of hate. There are people that don't want to hear Tom Brady.
No. There's a lot of people that don't want to. I'm just saying out there, if you could watch the Super Bowl with one player, or anybody, like I said, Franny took her husband. Who's somebody that you might want to think about that? Like you said, Snoop Dogg, I think a lot of people. Martha Stewart. Some people might be
Is she cooking?
By the way, I posted her thirst trap on realradio921.com. Check out the Penthouse page.
The Rock. I can see people saying The Rock.
How about Dana while he's gambling?
Oh, yeah. Dana's cool. I mean...
Gambling on the Super Bowl, too, I bet?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he's got to have millions on a game. And he's playing blackjack. I was surprised you didn't say the Jonas Brothers, because the other day I saw that
poster in my room.
Yeah, the gift card. The fan club came to the store, to the studio. I'm like, oh, that must be our boy. Who's your favorite Jonas brother out of the 3?
I couldn't even name what. Isn't there like a Joe one? So
There's a Joe.
I don't know.
There's a Joe, a Nick, and then I am so sorry about the other one.
Exactly.
There's always the one that nobody cares about or knows.
You're right.
Joe, Nick, and I can picture him.
Yeah,
he's the older one of the Jonases.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
should
dude.
know this
Sorry,
as in your
dude.
fan club, Dominic.
Yeah, I never was really a fan.
Nick, Joe's the one who went through the bad divorce, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he went through it. And Nick's married to the other girl. He's been married to that girl for a long time. There's your little Jonas update for you that we don't know.
Kevin. Sorry.
Oh, Kevin, how do we forget it?
Sorry, Kevin.
That's not the same Kevin from Home Alone, is it?
Kevin Jonas? No, there's a lot of people named Kevin G, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kidding you, obviously. I knew it wasn't. Yeah, but would you go out on 2/14 for a first date? And who would you like to watch the game with? If you could have somebody. Could be somebody you know. It could be a friend, a girl, a movie star, somebody in TV, maybe a ball player. A lot of guys would say. I think Gronk would get a lot. I can see Gronk getting a lot.
Doesn't he usually have like some sort of big party?
Yeah, he does.
The pool party, is it?
No, he has that.
So I went to when they were down here for the Super Bowl. I don't know, 5 years.
Yeah, you went, right?
It was after before COVID.
I think.
It was
before.
Yeah, it was like right before. It was the Super Bowl before COVID.
Yeah.
Probably got COVID at that Gronk Fest.
There we go. That solves it.
I probably did. Between that and the Honda Classic and coming back from Italy that year too. It was just a perfect storm. But no, so he has the Gronk, the Beach Bash or whatever it's called. And that was his first year doing it, was in Miami. And they continue to do it wherever they're at.
I think that was his first year retired. I think that's why he did it.
Maybe. But yeah, it was him and his brother, and even Belichick was there and partying and stuff. And it was fun. I had a great time. I can't remember, but it was on the beach, but I can't remember what hotel it was at. And we took the Bright Line down. It was me and about 10 friends, including my husband. And man, we had a blast. Matt said it turned into the Franny party because I was on random people's shoulders during the concert because I couldn't see it. He said he didn't care. He's videotaping me. And like, I'm making best friends with random girls who's on another guy's shoulder. Like we're hugging. And you could see that we're about to take some people down with us. I had a blast. And it rained too. So it was one of those things where we're just getting drenched, but nobody cared because everybody was having the best time. And what you see, and he probably was turning it up a bit too. His hot girlfriend was there too. But what you think of Gronk being him and his brother and his dad, all of them are all the same.
He's got like 6
They're
brothers.
just partiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the athlete, or was it Gronk, that you got on the elevator?
That was before I really knew who he was. I was in Chicago.
But was that Gronk?
Yes.
Okay.
It was Gronk, and it was, man, I can't remember. He used to play for the Eagles, long blonde hair. I got to look him up. It was him and other, but really big guys. And I just started dating this guy, and we were in Chicago to go to the Dave Matthews concert, which I can't remember. It was a while ago. Anyway, so we're in the elevator at the W Hotel, and we're going. These dudes are massive. And you know I'm a nugget. And the guy I'm with is maybe like 5'10", 5'11", not big like these dudes. And we're just like, I'm just looking up. And I didn't really think, and I didn't know who it was at the time, but the guy I was with was like Gronk. And he didn't know him either, but he knew of it. And he was like, yeah, dude. And very nice. And they invited us to go party with them. They were headed down to a party. And the guy I was with looked at me and he said, "We are not going to that party."
Oh, he would have lost you.
Big mistake.
Oh, he would have lost you. Would have been all over.
After they got off the elevator, he was like, "We're not." I was like, "Oh, man."
Oh, that would have been over.
Son of a gun. And that was like newly single Franny, too. This is our first date. So I was like, man, are you sure we can't go to this party?
You would never got you.
We're not going to this party.
Oh, you would have been gone.
All right, fair enough.
What was the story somebody asked me the other day? I know we're going to do a giveaway when you were, oh, man, what the hell was it?
What?
You were at the Fountain Blue, and you were home.
Let's do the giveaway first.
Okay. And because that's a funny one, too.
I was never home. I was at the Fountain Blue.
Yeah, but I mean, you were in your room.
Yeah.
All right. You give us a call at 877-927-6969 if you want to go to the fair tonight or Friday, correct?
Yep.
All right. There it is. You want to go to the fair on us, call us. 877-927-6969.
And I got some Who's Most Likely to Fair Edition questions.
Oh!
For this, yes.
877-927-6969. Go to the fair tonight or tomorrow night. So call us right now, and we'll give you Who's Most Likely to Fair Edition, and you'll be able to go. Dom, going to get you on, and then after that, we'll start this process, and you'll be on your first step to going to the fair and having a great time. Franny was there last night, bike night, gave it a big A. Perfect night. That's what you
Yeah,
got.
take a look. Go to the South Florida Fair's website, and you can check out all the things they got going on. They have the schedule up there, and they still got the pig races. They have all the goodness. Yes, they have acrobats that are new. They have the mentalist, which is really fun, or hypnotist. They have an ice skating show. It is New Foods of the Future food tour they got going on, so you can see little things. There's a map that tells you where to stop, so you can try all the new items of food that they have, the different vendors. It's a fun time. It really is.
What do we have, Dom?
We have Marty on the phone.
What's up, Marty?
How's it going? I'm the one that met you down at the show. I sat across from you.
Oh, okay. You Paul Mercurio, correct?
Yeah, Paul's show. Yeah, man.
All right, cool. All right. You a fan of the fair?
Oh, always. Yeah, I actually missed it earlier. How was that pickle pizza?
Pickle pizza was legit. If you love pickles, not everybody does. It's kind of basic but delicious at the same time. It was just like white. It was cheese. It was like a white based cheese, pickles, and then they did like a Cajun ranch drizzle on top.
Ooh,
it's good.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Check it out.
Go see it.
Franny's going to set you up.
All right, Marty, let's do this. I'm going to ask you this. Who's most likely to question? I think if you know us, you're going to get this right. It's either going to be the answer Dom, Greek, or Franny. So just give us a moment, and I will ask you for your answer after we place our votes, okay?
All right.
All right, let's do this thing. Okay. Out of Greek, Dom, or Franny, who is most likely to spend the entire day petting animals at the petting zoo area of the fair? Give us one moment. All right, we have our answer. Who do you think it is, Marty?
I'm going to give a wild guess on this one and say Franny.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Guess. I
Wild
told you
guess.
if you knew us. So many people online were like, that was a layup. But congratulations, Artie. You got the answer right, and now you got that 4-pack of tickets.
I didn't even know they had animals at fair.
They do. Yeah, they have a whole agricultural section.
Oh, really?
Livestock. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, congratulations, Marty. Have a good time. Did you like Paul's show?
Oh, man, I thought it was great. I really did. I like the different take on it versus just trying to sit through material. So it was great.
I mean, it's a very interesting concept. He's come up with it, and hats off to him for being talented. Because, like you said, for people who've never seen it, he just takes people out of the crowd and he asks them, questions about their lives. And you can get people who really don't have much to say, but he makes it work.
And then some people have a lot to say.
Oh, yeah. There was some people who had a lot to say, no doubt about it. But a beautiful arena, by the way, too. Venue, really, really nice.
No.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. That was fun.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Have fun.
And have fun at the fair. Peace. Dom, if you get an opportunity, get his name and address so you can make this happen. If not, don't worry about it. He gets stiffed. 877-927-6969. If you can watch Super Bowl with one person, who would it be? Franny said her husband. And Dominic said Snoop Dogg, because they can smoke pot together and hang out, which is nice. Snoop Dogg has his card. And let us know. Who would you want to watch the game with? I would think Tom Brady would be a lot of people.
And Greek chooses who?
Jessica Alba. I'll get it right by the time I pick her up. By the time I pick her up, I'll get better.
Shake my head.
I'll get it right. I'll go with Halle Berry then. You know what? I'll be like, Halle, you know what? I'm going to go with you.
Because I say your name right.
Yeah, I say your name right. And I like berries, so I'll go with that. We'll have a good time. It'll be simple. And you better not, unless she's got Philly. For a girl, though, I would let it pass. Like, if a girl had a bet on the other team, I wouldn't care. Guy, I'd be like, come on, I can't watch the game with you if you're going the other way. A girl would be okay. I wouldn't worry about it. Because girls, a lot of times, are like, the ones in my life would be like, well, if you win, what do I get? So they just root for it anyway, and they don't care. 877-927-6969 is the number to call if you guys want to get involved. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Just gave away fair tickets. Next thing is 1245 Panther tickets.
So we have a couple things. 47142 started off with Real Radio. So Super Bowl games for house party. Write various things on pieces of paper and put it in a bag. Example, showing Taylor Swift, penalty for Mahomes. Have people pick 10 things from the bag. Every time something happens on their piece of paper, they remove an article of clothing.
Ooh.
Strip Super Bowl.
Nice.
All right. I like the idea of what you got going on, but I'll probably do it with drinking instead of stripping because, we hang out with a bunch of friends. This might be a little awkward Super Bowl, but like your style. Then we have... Franny is from he says, tell us the story the time Greek was passed out drunk in the limo with you.
Uh-oh.
So Greek wanted to hear my story, and I will tell his story. Or you can tell your own story, but it says, Franny, tell us the time.
Somebody asked me the other night, you bump into people and they remember stories over the years. And Franny was at the Fontainebleau for your birthday?
Yeah, so Dom may have not heard this story, but yeah, I was there. It was it's been a while. It's when the Heat played, when LeBron was with the Heat. And my girlfriend, Virginia, and her husband took me for a birthday, surprise. It was just for a night, for the weekend. We got tickets down to, I believe it was playoffs too, down to go see the Heat. Yep, we drove down there, and then she got us a room at the Fontainebleau. So it was the three of us. We shared a room, and my girlfriend and I shared a bed. And she had her husband in the other bed. But anyway, so we went to the game. We had dinner, had a great time. And it wasn't super late, but it was kind of a long day. So they were ready to crash around 10, 11 o'clock. And I was like, all right, I'll call it a night. And I had a boyfriend at the time, and not Matt. And so just to keep in touch with him, let him know, because I was down in Miami. And so when I went to go lay down in bed, I texted him, and I was like, hey, calling it a night. We're going to bed. So I'm laying there, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, can't sleep. And I'm like, it's my birthday weekend, and why am I going to bed at 11? I was
with
like,
these two.
Staying at the Fountain Blue. I know they're tired or whatever, and I'm not going to bother. And I know she would be cool with it because she would do the same thing. I was like, let me just put on a dress, touch up my makeup, and go downstairs. So it's not like I'm leaving the hotel. So I went downstairs, and I'm by myself, and go up to Liv to see what's going on. Line's packed, but they see I'm alone, so I go inside and I go in, and then I'm just kind of walking around. I'm drinking and hanging out, and then I go upstairs, and one of the people who work there, like promotion guys or something, were like, hey, they're like, there's a table over there if you want to go. And that's what they do with girls. Want to go and have some drinks? I'm like, whatever, sure, why not? And so I'm there, and I'm I'm having a good time. I'm not doing anything bad. It's just having fun, innocent behavior. And I guess there was a young lady there who recognized me. I don't know her, but recognized me from photographs with me and my boyfriend, and that hooker dimed me out. But but I didn't do anything wrong. But took a picture of me hanging out and sent. He was like, "Oh, is this your girl?" So he wasn't mad because he didn't see anything in the pictures that was inappropriate, but he thought I was lying. He was like, "Oh, you text me that you're going to bed, and here you are." And I was like, "Well, technically, I was going to bed when I text you."
That's true.
I was like, and then I got up, and I didn't text you like, "Hey, got up." Going back out, and so
it wasn't technically a lie.
It wasn't technically a lie because I was laying down in bed, and then I was like, "Why am I doing this?" And I popped up and I went out, and then
but you got snagged.
Yeah,
but
we were fine. We didn't break. I mean, we weren't fine. Our whole relationship wasn't fine.
And smack.
Obviously, we weren't together anymore. But then and then G-Man, him and I went to a Dolphins game, and I was like, Greek back in the day, got a limo, and he was like, I'll bring champagne, and he wanted me to make mojitos, which is funny because Greek doesn't drink, but I made him one day that we were doing something, and he was like, oh, I like them.
They were great.
The blueberry mojitos.
Yeah.
It was a blueberry mojito.
Yeah.
So I made a thing of blueberry mojitos, not thinking that he was going to bring a whole thing up for mimosas. So between just the two of us and the ride down, drinking mimosas and mojitos, and I'm kind of a professional. I can handle it. This one, not so much. Pointing out Greek, he doesn't drink.
No, we're nothing.
Yeah. So
I was done.
Yeah, he was hammered.
Fall asleep in a van. I mean, at
the game.
Yeah, I fell asleep in a game and in a van.
He fell asleep at the game. So he fell asleep at the game. I think we went to go get some food or something, some chicken tenders. I don't know. And he was just out. And he probably had a mojito and maybe 2 glasses of champagne, which is a lot for him. And then on the way back,
I was out.
He passed out in the limo, and I was like, haha, my plan worked. I'm just kidding. I'm just
That's
kidding.
Great.
I wasn't trying to make you pass out, but you were done.
I was done.
You were married.
I went out a couple weeks ago.
I don't know what made you think that you could drink like that.
I just had a couple, and I didn't think
I think he was like, I'm hanging out with Franny. Might as well try to keep up.
I wasn't trying to keep up. That I
know you were.
No way was I even thinking that.
You were
a couple weeks ago, I went out to dinner with somebody, and I had a glass of wine because there was somebody else there who was like, you got to have one glass. And I had a glass of wine. I got to tell you, I was like, woof, like one glass. And I was like, yeah, I just can't drink. I don't. So, you know what I mean? I just, whatever. But I was that day out. Fell asleep in the car. Fell asleep at the game.
He fell asleep at the game. He sprawled out in the limo, fell asleep there too.
And then I fell asleep in a van, which was
I can't believe
great.
I didn't take any pictures of you. I should have.
Thank you.
You're passed out.
I fell asleep
You
in
fell
a
asleep
van.
at the game. You fell asleep while we went to go get food.
She put me in a van. I was like, what am I doing in this van? It's like all carpeting.
I did not put you in a
like
van.
Rolling Stone music blasting. I'm like, where am I? Where do I go?
Yeah.
I went to the game. 8 good times. 877-927-6969. Who would you want to watch the Super Bowl with? Maybe you would say your boss. Like, hey, I would love to. I'm telling you, do not bet with coworkers or your boss. It's awkward Monday, especially if they're a fan of the team. There's a guy the other day, 2 guys that I know at the cigar bar, and he's a big Buffalo fan. And the other guy is obviously a Chief fan. They almost got into a fist fight. I mean, it was that bad. And you don't want to do that. You're there to watch the game and have a good time. But don't bet with your boss. Don't do that. Unless he wins. Then it's good. Then you that's an awkward thing to ask your boss for money. Like Tuesday or Wednesday, you're like, hey, you got that thing? Not great. You got to ask him.
I've done it.
You've bet with a boss?
Yeah.
Here?
Well, the old guy that I had, radio guy.
Oh, yeah, but he's not really your boss.
I mean, he was your boss. He was my boss when I was with him.
Yeah, but you had a good rapport with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what did you bet on? Was it a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he lost?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got millions. He didn't care.
Oh, yeah, he didn't care.
Did you have to ask him, or did he?
Oh, no, he knew right away he was going to pay up. He's honorable like that.
Oh, that's good. And people should be. If you place a bet, you shouldn't have to ask the person. I mean, that's it. Here it is. It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back with some fun facts about bikinis and watermelon. Woo!
Did they mix together?
It's not accurate, but yes, we'll be back.
We'll be back. That we can tell you. Peace.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss.
When the wildfires struck Los Angeles,
severe fire weather conditions.
First responders from near and far came to the rescue.
All fire departments and all law enforcement will be prepared.
Now the music community has joined together to help at Fire Aid, a historic fundraising concert for the recovery of Los Angeles. Tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, live on the free iHeartRadio app's Hit Nation station.
And give what you can now at fireaidla.org.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Downtown or West Palm Beach, that is our busy spot. Broken water main. Heavy delays. 2 right lanes are closed. It's Okeechobee Boulevard West from Rosemary Avenue to Parker Avenue. Boca Raton, slow 95 South. Roadwork after Congress Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast. Freshen up your morning with a Wendy's Breakfast. Like a breakfast Baconator, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or even a honey buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hey, it's Franny. Got a classic, collectible, or hot rod? GiveMeTheVin.com loves them too. They're the best place to sell your muscle car, resto mod, or even an entire collection. Skip the hassle of tire kickers, low ballers, and sellers' commissions. Just go to GMTVCC.com to sell your classic or collectible car with ease. For everything else from your daily drivers to exotics, log on to GiveMeTheVin.com. Selling your car has never been smoother with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Preparing to tent fumigate your home or business is stressful. With up to 29 interior and exterior preparation steps, the very success of your fumigation depends on being properly prepared. Contact ALR Fumigation Preparation and Recovery, your fumigation preparation experts. Family owned and operated, licensed and insured, specializing in comprehensive fumigation preparation throughout Palm Beach County. We prioritize safety and thoroughness to make sure your property is ready come fumigation day. ALRFumigationPrep.com, your home fumigation ready.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, and that's where the beautiful ladies are 7 days a week, and they got a 5-star menu. And remember, it's a great place to watch a game. Whether it's UFC or any sport you love, you're a winner, even if your team loses. And Thursday nights, Monroe hosts 242 bottles. Every Thursday night, Monroe's and Palm Beach hosts 242 bottle specials on vodka and Vouv Champagne. Score 2 bottles for only $200. That'll make every Thursday seem like a great Thursday. Monroe's and Palm Beach, the beautiful girls at Air, they're doing one thing. They're waiting for you. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time. Woo! Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 million protection package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Sunshine through the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 70s across the area. An onshore breeze will become a south wind for tonight. That will leave us mild into Friday morning with temperatures in the 60s across the area. Warming into the weekend with highs in the low 80s both Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber, HOA and condo board members. Fiber internet has never been easier. Blue Stream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword green at realradio921.com. That's green. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
That hooker died me out.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back into the Penthouse on a little Friday, known to most of you as Thursday. What's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you were just tuned in because Rover from Rover's Morning Glory, our morning show, just gave you another keyword. We call it Red Zone Revenue. Take the keyword, you enter it realradio921.com. And hopefully score $1,000 later on in the hour. We will give you that keyword once again if you did miss it. But you do have up to 13 chances a day. It's from 9 to 9 right here on Real Radio, Monday through Friday. Good afternoon. This is Franny. We have Dom. Hi, Dom. Good afternoon. Hey. And, of course, we have you out there. You can participate with us. Toll-free number, 877-927-6969. Of course, you can text us, 47142. Started off with Real Radio. We have a really cool talkback feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search for Real Radio 921, click on the microphone icon. Just like that, you can leave us a little voice message that we will play on air if it's worthy. No cursing, of course. And we have a lot of ways that you guys can get in touch with us, including email if you want to. Franny at realradio921.com. We do have G-Man with us. Hi, G.
What is happening?
What's up? And
He's
it
freezing
is,
over there.
Is that it? Is he warming up with a candle?
Oh, my God. It's so cold.
And it is. Why don't you wear your didn't you come in here with a different coat?
Blazer?
Blazer? Yeah.
I put it back in my office. This sweater is very warm.
Oh, got it.
And it's a Christmas present, so it makes me think of the holidays.
Oh, that's nice.
How nice.
He's legit is putting his hand over a candle. It's time for fun facts.
It's Fanny's Fun Facts.
Okie dokie. So I
done well.
decided to do some fun facts about tickets that were given away today, and it's ending on Sunday, and that's specifically the South Florida Fair. But I will let you know, if you're curious, today's Weird Holidays. January 30th, it's National Croissant Day. Croissant.
Oh, wow.
That picnic place, it's across where I live.
Yeah.
Delicious. They do it right. Very nice. I went there for my first time, and the owner, Christophe, very nice guy. French.
Nice guy.
French to get. That is a French sandwich place.
It's very good. I go there three times a week. I don't
Dude.
even know his name. That's amazing you know his name.
Because I ask, and I remember things.
I just go in there and order. I'm a customer.
I am, but I chit chat.
Yeah, you're
Got
very
to know.
nice.
He was
Yeah.
behind the counter. He was there. He was taking my order. He
He's
said
a
he was
great
the
cook.
owner. We chatted. Yeah, his name is Christophe, and and even then it says like picnic sandwiches by Christophe. I think it says it on there, the name of it.
Guess I
but
just
you
read-
know, I guess you don't pay attention.
No, I don't.
It's fine. But anyways, my first time there, and he was just like, and he told me, I was like, I've read reviews. I mean, you got people rave about you guys. I was like, I've heard. I live right across the street. I can't believe I haven't been here yet. And he was so nice. And so with my order that I got, and I ended up giving it to my husband because I'm not supposed to eat some of that stuff, but I did have a bite. I was like, oh my God. He gave me a free chocolate croissant, and it was
nice.
heaven.
It's nice he gave you a free croissant. I've
In
been
my
going there
mouth.
for a year. Never gave me anything free.
Well, maybe because you didn't ask him how he was, what his name was, how long he's at. You know, I inquire.
Personal
I
of the
actually
guy.
care. Yeah. I was actually.
Nah, I think
Yeah, I
it's
know
more
you don't
than
care. Anyways,
I'm not going back. Go ahead.
all right, more croissants for me then. So yes, it is National Croissant Day. It's National Escape Day. I want to escape. It's National.
From him?
It's Raleigh Dinosaur Day. I'll be doing that later. It is NASA's Day of Remembrance. But like I said, it is the South Florida Fair. It's going on. And so I found some really interesting things you may not know about our very own South Florida Fair held annually in West Palm Beach. Century-old tradition. The fair began in 1912.
Ooh.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought it started like a couple years ago. It's amazing.
As the Palm Beach County Fair is what it was back in the day, Palm Beach County Fair, making it one of the oldest community events in Florida.
It's almost as old as G-Man.
Almost.
You should look half as good as me at my age. A quarter.
You don't know what he's going to look like. He could.
I know he ain't gonna.
How do you know?
Because I can guarantee. Because he don't now.
Wow, somebody's not humble.
See, people take shots, and when I take a shot back, I get heat.
Yeah, but your shots are also complimenting yourself. When he takes a shot, he also like boasts about himself.
Well, he's the one that took a shot
Oh my
first,
God.
mommy.
Massive attendance each January. The fair attracts over 500,000 visitors during its 17-day run, showcasing, yes, how popular it is and enduring popularity.
That's a lot of people.
They say the fairgrounds here cover approximately 135 acres, featuring various attractions, including, of course, Yesterday Village, the I Think Financial Amphitheater, multiple exhibit buildings where, G-Man, yes, they do have the agricultural area where they have animals, cows, pigs, chickens, rabbits, all kinds of stuff.
I never knew the fair had any animals. I really never. I knew they had the pig races, but that's about it.
Yesteryear Village, this 10-acre history park within the fairgrounds, showcases buildings and artifacts from the 1850s to the 1950s, offering a glimpse into Florida's past. Yep, we have, speaking of you not knowing about the animals, but yeah, they said agricultural roots. The fair boasts an award-winning agriculture and livestock program. Award-winning, G-Man, you had no idea. With over 1,000 exhibitors from more than 30 Florida counties, highlighting the state's rich agricultural heritage.
Did you know they had animals?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
You can look at a lot of cocks there.
I do.
Whatever you're into, bro.
Award-winning
cocks. Yes.
Whatever you're into, you know.
Yes. And then they say here, the South Florida Fair continues to be a cornerstone of the community celebration, blending historical exhibits and modern entertainment to create a unique experience for all ages. Have fun if you guys go out to the South Florida Fair. And there you go for some fun facts for today.
And the good thing this year, too, is the weather's been very nice. There was a couple years when it was brutally cold.
Last week was brutally cold and wet.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember how cold it was last week? You bitched every day.
I did. You're right.
I was like, what?
I did.
He's cold right now.
I know, but he's
I'm inside.
it was cold and rainy last Wednesday. That's what I heard. A lot of people because they had the bike night last Wednesday and last night, and they said that the weather really did affect last Wednesday's bike night because it was cold and rainy.
Oh my God! When you just said that, reminded me of somebody. Recently, I was out with a bunch of people, and we were talking about this hotel in Miami. And I guess I took this girl for 2 days a few years ago.
I guess, or you did?
I did. I totally forgot. And she just, when Franny said that, she just said, you don't remember us going there for 2 days? She says, what is wrong with you? I'm like, oh my God, we did. So I felt bad. I said, you want to go again? I said, I sort of forgot. I don't know why. Just blanks out, whatever. Sometimes you just forget things. I asked her, do we have a good time? She said, yeah, it was great. I said, oh, cool. 877-927-6969. If you want a Super Bowl, who would you want to watch it with? Maybe somebody you know, a celebrity, a ball player. How about Bill Belichick? You think anybody would say Belichick?
How about his girlfriend?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I've never gotten a real good look at her, to be honest with you. I told you they were at Breakers the night I was there. Mm-hmm. And they were sitting 30 feet from me. I realized it more when I left. And then the next day she posted the H&M glasses or whatever it was. That's when I realized it was I think Brady be up there, Belichick. Belichick said they should name the Super Bowl trophy to the Tom Brady Super Bowl trophy.
Well, no, he thinks that they eventually will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then what are they going to do? Change it to Mahomes? Yeah, I don't know. And that's why you can't believe all the things you hear about like them having such bad blood. Seems like they don't, because Brady wanted him to coach the Raiders. And he said no. And if there was bad blood there, I don't think, and then, Belichick saying what he is. That, he thinks that he's great and, achieved so much, which he did. But I don't think they'll ever change it. I just don't. Too much history with Lombardi. And a lot of people don't even know the name. Like this generation, they think it's a Super Bowl trophy. It's made by Tiffany's. That's the one thing I can tell you. And some people know that, and some people don't. Tiffany's, I think, brings 2 or 3 of the trophies for the top sports. I think they do the World Series one, too. I'm not sure the NBA. Or vice versa. But yeah, Belichick said they should make it the Tom Brady one. You think Tom Brady would be into that or be like, it's too much. I don't want that.
I think he would pass.
Yeah,
He wouldn't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if he would want something like that.
He's got the most. He's happy.
He's got the most now. I don't know how long it's going to last. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you had a bet, would you bet Mahomes is going to pass him?
I would say no.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes has got 3 already. I mean, he's on the verge of getting 4. How about if he wins Sunday?
I'd still say probably no.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And he's so much younger.
Yeah.
He's only 29. I mean, Brady played till 45.
Could be an injury prone. You never know.
No, you exactly right. But that's the good thing about betting. You're betting like, do I think that he could surpass him? I think more people than not would say, yeah, at least tie him with 4 if he wins Sunday. Now, if he loses Sunday, then that's totally different. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You guys can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Either way, get involved in the show. We always appreciate you guys getting involved with the show in any capacity. The more, the merrier, just like an orgy. Franny, I know you have the thing about what makes somebody creepy, and that could be a couple different things.
Yeah, you can play along with us. I got one. I was going to say, doesn't just have to come from me. You can play along with us. What makes somebody creepy? Dom, what do you have?
A guy walking around with dog treats in his pocket, just trying to, pick up girls.
With no dog.
With no dog.
Who would do that?
That was your grand idea one day. What were we talking about? Yeah, but you were just like, yeah, you should. I was like, no, that's not a good look.
You're just trying to meet somebody.
Yeah, but you got dog treats in your pocket, no dog. Like, that's like, to me, I'm like, that guy's definitely trying to steal dogs. Like, that's.
You're trying to pick somebody up. You're trying to be nice. I mean, it's an icebreaker. Then you tell the girl, I don't have a dog. I just thought you're attractive. And I'm shy.
And I just walk around with treats in my pocket.
And I'm shy.
Trying to pick up girls.
I'm shy. I don't have any confidence. So breaking the ice brings little dog treats. And, just maybe you can bring it out of me and give me confidence that I need to not have these dog treats anymore. And then you take them out and you throw them away. I don't know.
Okay. So, yes, the term creepy doesn't simply describe social awkwardness, nor is it solely about a person's appearance or behavior. Instead, they say it reflects how they make others feel.
Okay.
When someone undermines trust, safety, or autonomy, they can come across as both socially and sexually threatening, leaving those around them feeling uneasy and intimidated. Invading personal space, oversharing, ignoring boundaries, they said can be not just creepy, but they say intimidating, manipulative. In response to a creepy person, set limits, trust your instinct, and seek support to protect your well-being. So these are like big ones, but these are kind of teasers here. But what makes you get that spine-tingling feeling? Do you ever get it when somebody's just a little off? If it's not just in your head, they actually have science behind what makes someone officially creepy. So there's science behind this.
Maybe somebody you don't know or never met, and they know so much about you. You know what I mean? And just know a ton of things about it that you would be like, wow, you really know a lot about me. For us, it's different because we're on the radio and we're an open book to a lot of stuff, but just somebody who knows a lot about you. I would think that was a little odd. You know what I mean? If you just went up to somebody and they started knowing everything and, you just be like, wow, how do you know so much about me? Or where I was. I
saw you last week. Oh, yeah? Why don't you say hi? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's somebody you know, though. I'm talking about somebody you don't know. Because somebody you don't know, they wouldn't come up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you get that, especially being in the industry and stuff like that we're in.
Of course. But I'm saying if for us, it's a little different because we're on microphones every day speaking about our life. But I'm saying if you didn't know somebody, and if somebody did say that to you, like, hey, I saw you last week at the track, and then I saw you at New York Prime. If
it's a lot of places, then I'd be like, but if somebody came up, they're like, hey, I saw you on, and because I've had that happen.
Yeah.
And they say, I was like, oh, why didn't you say hi? They're like, oh, you look busy. Or, oh, to me, that's not creepy. But then if you're like, yeah, follow your every steps.
I saw you here.
Yeah.
So they said this is things to look for. Creepy. And I'm talking about real creepy. These people disregard basic social norms. And they have the inability to read a room, they claim here. They don't respect your personal space. They invade your space by failing to maintain an appropriate distance. Those people just too much.
Yeah,
You're in my bubble, people. Moving closer, even when you step away. Have you ever had that happen to you? Yeah. They touch you without permission, ignoring clear cues of discomfort, such as you pulling your hand away.
We're not playing tag, bitch.
Yeah. So that may make you creepy. They also say they struggle with appropriate eye contact. They either gaze intensely, creepy, or they look away when you look at them and stare at you when you look away, creating a very sense of unease. They said their gaze or mannerisms may feel unsettling, even predatory. These are signs that you may be dealing with somebody a bit creepy. They are unable to follow basic conversational rules. So they're able to take turns in conversation, tend to interrupt frequently, not giving space to anyone else's opinion. Their tone of voice is off, either too loud, or too soft. They said they make inappropriate jokes or bizarre passive-aggressive comments. Like, know your audience. That just don't hit right.
No.
So they make you feel like they're deliberately trying to make you uncomfortable. They don't respond to your cues of discomfort and disregard you attempts to change the topic, insisting on steering the conversation back to their own agenda. They also have odd behaviors. Presentation gives off an unsettling vibe. They neglect basic hygiene, such as having dirty nails or noticeable body odor. This is weird, right? They wear inappropriate or provocative clothing, such as showing up shirtless to a bar, or their clothing choice don't align with the context of the weather, like wearing a bathing suit and flip-flops in February. What? Yeah, they said that they could be creepy.
The wide receiver for the Bills.
They overshare and give too much information. A lot of times they say they lack social skills. They appear isolated, and usually with no significant social circle or family. And these are just as according to Psychology Today, y'all, not me. They inability to respect your no, right? Your word no. They persist in pursuing you romantically, even after you've clearly declined advances. can be creepy. They said they get upset when you don't respond to their text messages. They make you feel like you are overreacting when you set limits, and they may manipulate you into apologizing, even when your boundaries were violated if you don't text them back. So there's certain things. What do you have? They can be more fun than this. This is serious. This is Psychology Today came up with this list, but I want to know, let's have a little fun. Like, what is that instant? Like, yeah, the person's real creepy. What's that instant sign that you see? 47142 started off with Real Radio.
Somebody's really close to me, and I say to them, I just.
Well, yeah, that was the first one on here.
Yeah, and I'll say to them, like, hey, I just got over a cold. Could you step back? I don't want you to catch it. This just happened to me Sunday, and they did not listen. I mean, they were this close watching the game, and I was just like, sort of watching the game here, with my boys. That's, to me, is a little creepy. But I mean, everything. I think when they know anything about you, like if somebody knows where you live and you don't know that they know, like when I lived in the building in Boca, and there would be people come up to me and be like, oh, yeah, I know you live there. I've seen you, this and that. And I'd be like, oh, really? And one person knew exactly what apartment I had. I thought that was
exactly a little bit more. But knowing your building from seeing you, I don't know if that's that creepy.
But the door, I thought to know the number.
Yeah, the number, that's a little, like I said, that's a little much. But knowing your building, it happens. I've had listeners come up to me and know where I live, know my neighbor, because they live there.
Yeah.
And they just know who I am. These days, it's very accessible to see what we look like, and if you happen to, I don't look at that as being creepy. What was creepy? I've told you guys the story. This was years ago in my early 20s. Well, maybe that. I went over to that guy's house to. Oh
yeah, that was.
We were gonna go. Yeah.
And he had pictures.
We were supposed to go date. Yeah, he had pictures that were printed out from like MySpace or Facebook. I can't remember which one it was for my profile, and they were in a couple frames.
I would have ran out of there. I would have ran.
That was.
Yeah, I would have ran out of there.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought he was like
red flag.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah, I did not go out with that person.
I would have thought I was going to get harmed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the hell's this? Who do you have, Dom?
We have Big J on the phone.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Greek, Dom, Franny, how y'all doing?
We're doing good, buddy. How about yourself?
Good. I wanted to comment on y'all's topic. I got a buddy of mine that I used to hang out. Well, I still do hang out with him periodically, and he just thinks he's Mr. Smooth Operator. And when we go out and stuff, whenever he'd meet a girl, he would say, "Forget getting your number. Let me get your address."
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, he thought it was so funny. Like, he thought he was being funny, and I was just like, bro, dude, she thinks you're probably a psychopath.
Yeah.
Saying that. Yeah. Like, and even though they would laugh it off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I eventually, that's what I'm saying. Eventually, I was like, dude, man, that's kind of weird, bro. Like, even though you're trying to be funny, I know he's trying to be funny. They're looking at it like that kind of, that
creepy
stuff happens. Like, dude, we're ready to just stalk your butt,
Did it ever work out for him, though? Did he ever actually get a legit address?
Yeah, I mean, not because of that. No, I mean, he's a good-looking guy, and once they talked to him for a little bit, I mean, he was funny. So
yeah.
He had no problem getting girls, but the look on their face when he immediately said it, though, you could tell they were like hell no. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I had to call them and say that, or tell you guys that.
No, especially today's times. Because when you're dating somebody in the beginning, a lot of times they meet you someplace. Years ago, it was you go pick them up, and it was nice, and I think a gentleman thing to do. But today, it's a lot of times I'll meet you there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if you guys had talked about it on the radio, but I had heard one time that somebody met this girl, and his first kiss, he had his buddy take pictures like secretly, and then after they dated for a minute, he's like, "Oh, this is actually our first kiss," and then she's like, "Whoa, wait a minute, you had like somebody recording or
that wasn't us.
Took our picture."
Wow, yeah, that wasn't us, but
that's intense.
That is very intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are still kicking the way y'all do. I listen to you guys a lot.
Well, thank you.
Have a great day.
You
we
too.
appreciate
you too,
it.
Big J. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a little intense.
That is. It's not like an engagement. It's not a proposal where you have somebody there waiting to take a picture of you.
Yeah, that would
because that happens quite often. Because most of the time, the woman or guy is surprised by it.
Of
so
course.
you do have somebody
That's
waiting and
different.
hiding to take pictures or videos. But the first kiss.
Yeah, I would think that's creepy.
Me too.
I'd be like, I'm
I wonder
out.
if they're still together. I should have asked.
Yeah, we should ask them. Yeah, if you want, you let us know. Text us if you can't go back. Yeah, I would think that was creepy if they said, "Oh, here's the first kiss we ever had." I'd be like, "What?" Yeah, let us know. What is creepy to you?
Nuts.
877-927-6969. You can also call us. That's the number you can call us. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday. To 15 minutes or 14 and change, whichever you want. Your chance to win Panther tickets against the Islanders. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Recently, who became the first Japanese baseball player to be elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
I'm scared to say something offensive.
Just do it.
Kawasaki.
You really are close. It's Ichiro Suzuki.
Oh, man!
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
When the wildfire struck Los Angeles,
severe fire weather conditions.
First responders from near and far came to the rescue.
All fire departments and all law enforcement will be prepared.
Now, the music community has joined together to help at Fire Aid, a historic fundraising concert for the recovery of Los Angeles. Tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, live on the free iHeartRadio app's Hit Nation station.
And give what you can now at fireaidla.org.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Downtown West Palm Beach remains the busy spot due to that broken water main. 2 right lanes closed until tomorrow. Okeechobee Boulevard West from Rosemary Avenue to Parker Avenue. Expect heavy delays. You can use Belvedere Road or Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com for 75% off your first service. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. TrueGreen.com.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on SingleCare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to SingleCare.com or download the free app today.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Love is in the air, and GimmeTheVin.com would love to buy your car. Hey, it's Franny, and when's the last time you checked its value? GimmeTheVin.com buys cars, trucks, SUVs, and even exotics from $2,000 to $200,000. Whether it's average, rough, or clean, they'll take it all, and they come to you. Plus, if they can't beat your CarMax offer, they'll pay you $100, no questions asked. That's only at GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Atlantic Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Atlantic Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. That's AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Don't miss the Cruisin' for Crime Stoppers 14th Annual Motorcycle Ride, February 2nd. Come ride or just come for fun. Go to Crime Stoppers PBC to register, and if you know of a crime, you may be eligible for a reward. Ride for Crime Stoppers, February 2nd. Crime Stoppers, Palm Beach County.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 million protection package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code EARN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Car accident? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather at 500-HELP. Help is just a local phone call away.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Sunshine through the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 70s across the area. An onshore breeze will become a south wind for tonight. That will leave us mild into Friday morning with temperatures in the 60s across the area. Warming into the weekend with highs in the low 80s both Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The new iHeart app.
Yeah, I've been playing around with it.
Love my radio, love my presets.
Thank you.
This is really easy to use.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app and set your first preset. Plus, discover the new live radio dial, scan, lyrics, podcasts, playlists, and your favorite artists' radio.
Open the app and everything's right there. I love it.
The new and improved iHeartRadio app. It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand.
Go get it! iHeartRadio.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
That hooker died me out.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Why do I watch those hookers for diming you out? You never know.
You gotta watch out.
You gotta watch out. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
Hey.
I'm freezing my ass off, and I'm here. Let's do a trifecta.
Poor you.
Kiss my ass.
Life's so hard. It's so hard being a little Greekster.
It's not hard. It's very easy, and it's a joke. But there are some times when it's a little cold. That's all.
Okay.
Just a little sympathy. That's all. Be nice.
Yeah, you want some sympathy? You know that I'm in the same room as you, right?
Oh, yeah, but you're better looking than me, and that gives more heat.
Oh, my goodness.
Because you're hot.
How hard was that for you to say?
Brutal.
I thought so.
Oh, my God. It's Greek's Trifecta. Did you play the music?
I thought I did, but if you want it again.
I don't think you did.
He did. I'm sorry. I interrupted it. Like I just did now. It's Thursday.
Hey, it's love. Panthers won last night, 3-0. They were home, and they beat the Kings. We are at home of the Florida Panthers. Don't forget, we got them all season long. They are the champs. Now, let's see if they can possibly do it again. Caitlin Clark was asked by the NBA to join the three-point shooting contest for the All-Star game. She said no. I think that was a good move by her. I think it would have caused a lot of havoc, and she would have got a lot of hate if she ever ended up getting in there and winning. Whether it was good or bad, that's not the opinion. I just think she did the right thing. She said she's going to do it for the WNBA when they have their All-Star game. There's a lot of things you can bet on next week. One of the things you can bet on, Will Kelsey asked Taylor Swift to get married after the game. That's offshore. I don't think that's in Vegas. I would say no because, again, the pressure if, they ever don't win, I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he'd be in a great mood to celebrate if they lost the Super Bowl. Bill Belichick said that the Super Bowl trophy is the Lombardi trophy. Most people don't even know that because Vince Lombardi is one of the greatest coaches ever, but it was years ago. And I think people forget that. Now they just call it the Super Bowl trophy made from Tiffany's. But this is what Belichick said. He's got 7. And it will be a debate for a while, especially if Mahomes wins. Do you think Patrick Mahomes will pass Tom Brady with Super Bowl trophies? 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved in the show. Who would you like to watch the game with? Is there anybody on there? And it could be somebody you know. Maybe you say your dad. You want to watch with your parents, your brother, somebody. Dominic. Maybe Dom. If you watch it with him, you're going to have a good time. And he's going to have the Babanya. Now, do you get extra bunch of Babanya for the Super Bowl or no?
No.
Just
Don't
right?
you get it? That's the Super Bowl.
You are such a there. You're really on fire today. Super Bowl, 877-927-6969.
So I got a couple text messages. 47142 started off with Real Radio. So we were talking about the one time that G-Man got drunk, made mojitos, and he brought some stuff from Mimosas, and we, the two of us, head down to Miami Dolphins game, and he got pretty drunk. But it wasn't like drunk sloppy. He just passed out. So he said, so what you're saying is Greek is vulnerable after one glass of wine. I didn't say that. You take it how you want to. And then they said, that's a funny story. Most people drinks to get hyped up. Greek's the opposite of most people. Very true. He drinks, he passes out. We have Greek hike his underwear up and rub his legs together like a cricket, and he should warm up. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Says Mommy. Now we know where Greek's fantasies lie because call me Mommy. Says Greek, how much? Does Greek know how to catch a unique pig? It's a joke. Do you know?
No. Do you know, Dom?
I don't.
Does Greek know how to catch a unique pig? Unique up on them. I think it's like you sneak up on them. I don't know where the hell I came. Okay, sorry if I ruined your joke. Says Mahomes is a flash in the pan. Somebody texts. Yep.
He's got 3 rings.
They say, it's creepy is when the male doctor checks you for a hernia without a glove. Okay. Also a doctor who gives you a rectal exam with both hands on your hips. What?
That is creepy.
They said, based on experience, Greek loves good eye contact at the urinal in a bathroom. That's from Anthony. Let's see. Owl eyes, creepy. And I know what you're talking about. Who had those? Remember the runaway bride? That's what they called her?
Julia Roberts?
No, it's not from the movie.
I'm sorry.
Is it from the news years ago? They called her the Runaway Bride. If you look her up, I can't remember her exact name, but she had those big eyes that always looked like she was surprised.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you see people like this.
But I'm
and
not
it's just
familiar with that.
But owl eyes, I don't know if that's what you're saying, but that's automatically where I went. Something that could be creepy, but maybe not. A Greek wearing a banana hammock. And the way says, I think it's creepy is when the waiter at your table asks if he can toss your salad. Yeah. Unless they're doing tableside Caesar salads, right? They're making it right there fresh. Not creepy. Not creepy. And then we have somebody who said, hey, happy Thursday, Franny. It's actually Casey. Hi, Casey. Says, happy Thursday, Franny. Since we are sharing stories, could Greek tell the one about him and Johnny being behind a parked car after the game? Hope you had a great time at the fair. And that's from Casey in North Palm.
Johnny and I went to the national championship
And
game.
if people don't know who Johnny is.
Oh, yeah. Johnny was our host for years on the Penthouse and worked with me like 18 years in a locker room.
Mm-hmm.
So we went down to see the Florida Gators. And there's so many great stories with us. I mean, all of us with stuff that happened. But we went down to go see the Gators and Oklahoma in the championship game. And the Gators won. And me and Johnny were trying to get out of the stadium. And Johnny was feeling good already. And he was smoking a ganj, doing what he had to do. But he was so happy that the Gators won. And I was, happy for him, obviously. And we both had money on the game, which made it better for me. But I let him, get high in my car. And we ended up...
Which is very rare.
Yeah,
because G does not like anybody smoking in his car.
At all.
We had a lady even try it recently.
Yeah, and I threw her out. So anyway... There was such a long line of cars, but we were behind this car, and where the angle we were, it was very dark, and it was in a cash lot where we were parking, and we were behind this car, and I kept saying to Johnny, like, this guy's not friggin' moving. And we got out, and there was nobody in the car. It was hilarious.
It was just sitting there. It was just a parked car.
Yeah, and I remember going out and I go, there's nobody in the car.
G definitely got contact high.
Well, I couldn't drive home that night.
I know.
I had to stop on 95.
I know, and have him drive. No, he really got contact high.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, oh, my God.
Well, did he not have the windows down? Were you guys hotboxing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the windows were up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did get stoned.
I was like, man, this is bad. I remember I said to him, and now it shows you how banged up I was because I let him drive.
He was
banged up, but not.
But he's a professional.
Yeah. He's like you.
G-Man doesn't know the feeling. So
Yeah.
he was like, what is happening?
Yeah, man, like I was like driving and I'm like, dude, man, there's something going on. And Johnny was like, you pull over. And I pulled over and he goes, this is awesome. And I just like crashed out. I was like, whatever. I remember the girl I was seeing at the time, I got to her house. It was super late. So we went to a strip club. I mean, I think I walked in like 4 o'clock because it took us like 2.5 hours to get home.
The first hour was behind a car that nobody was in.
It's like the Super Bowl one time. We went to the Super Bowl. I went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs and the Niners down here. It took us 7 hours to get home. 7 hours to get home.
That is dumb.
It was crazy. We parked, and you're not familiar with it. I don't know how familiar you are. We had to park at the iHeart building in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got out of the game, everything was locked down. All the roads were closed. Everything was so we had to walk back. And I'm telling you, this walk was brutal. We had to walk through some bad areas. We had to hop a fence by a sewer. It was crazy. It took us like a couple hours to get back.
I'm sure.
It was so far from the stadium. So when we came out, we thought we'd get an Uber. And the guy was like, you're not getting an Uber. Like, what are you, crazy? And then one of my buddies was going to give us a ride. He didn't give us a ride because he couldn't get back into the stadium. And then we got on the turnpike. It was bumper to bumper. It was brutal. I was like, never again. I didn't go to a game for a couple of years after that. I was just like burnt out. But I remember we had to climb over a fence and walk through a sewer. Like this area. Oh, it was bad. And then we went up to this cop and we were like, can you help us out? Because he was just sitting there in his car. Can you just give us a ride back? I had my business card. I said, just to iHeart. Don't even bring us all the way in. Just bring us to the street. Because it was still pretty far. And we were like, we'll walk up. He's like, absolutely not. He goes, I'm not doing that. I was like, you're not doing anything. You're just sitting here. Can't you give us a ride? I might have offered him cash. I don't think he was happy about that either.
Bribing an officer? Oh.
I didn't take it as bribing him.
Yeah, that's bribing.
If you offer him money to do something?
Yeah.
I wasn't bribing him like to get me out of something.
Okay.
I was offering him like money to take us like a half a mile.
Oh, you just want to? Oh, you like a cab?
Yeah. I didn't say that we were walking on the street. What the hell were we doing?
All right, so yeah, that's not really.
That's not bribery. Is when you get pulled over and you say, "It's only here's $300. You want to look
Get
the other
me
way?"
out of this, yeah.
You want to look the other way.
Yeah,
I think I think it's $60 or something like that. He goes, "What's wrong with you?" I go, "All right, 80."
Did he?
No.
Wow,
It was
you
like
should have got a cab. I mean, sometimes we were tailgating one time and we forgot the grill. We brought all this stuff, so we didn't want to leave where we were at. And I believe,
at the stadium?
I can't remember if it was a concert, if it was a stadium. I think it might have been a concert. But there's always cops and bicycles. I think it was at the amphitheater, and one of our buddies just had the cojones to be like, one of the cops be like, "Hey, we don't want to lose our spot, here."
Yeah.
And I don't know how the conversation happened, but he did because there's a Walmart close by or something.
And he went for you?
Yeah.
That's
he gave,
nice.
He gave the cop $100 and it was like, keep whatever change, just get us one of those little charcoal grills. And they did. And they came back.
That's nice.
It was very nice of them.
Yeah, I mean,
He's probably
sometimes
like, can I get a burger?
Right? Yeah. I mean, I've offered to feed him and stuff, but it was nice. So the guy might have, so it wasn't a bad offer, $60 to drive you there.
because he was like, "Are you serious?" I remember I go, "All right, you want 100?" And he's like, "No, just walk." He goes, "And this is a very bad area, by the way." He goes, "I just want to let you know." I said, "I sort of figured that out, officer." And we came out on the other side of the stadium, which was where we didn't need to be. We needed to be on the other side. It was a blank show. The one time we were coming out of a Yankee game, we had a black Escalade pick us up.
And there's probably 40 of them.
40. It was like 400. And we didn't have our cell phones. So we knocked on like every one. And it took us like, it seemed like an hour to finally find our car. It was crazy. And then I remember, Franny, you were with us, right? When we went, me, you, and Johnny with the guy at the Escalade with Yankee game.
Mm-hmm.
This guy drove like a maniac.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was bad.
he was, I thought we were going to get laid out.
Well, you said something.
I
You're like,
said something.
"Dude."
I go, "Calm down, buddy. You're going too fast." We were staying in Midtown Manhattan, and he drove us up, I think, to the Madonna concert.
Oh, this is New York driver.
Yeah, New York,
okay. That's
Yeah.
totally different then.
It was definitely
No,
York
but
driver.
he was bad. I mean, he was flying. I was like, "Dude, no, stop, slow down." And then he finally did slow down. But he was going like 80 or 90. It is time for our giveaway right now. Panthers against the Islanders. Give us a call at 877-927-6969. Panthers and Islanders, I believe it's this Sunday. So you guys give us a call right now. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you want to go see the Panthers. If you don't worry about it. Doms will take the tickets. But yeah, give us a call right
Thanks,
now.
G.
You wouldn't mind going to see the Panthers.
No, I'll pass.
Did you see that email that came out? Said if you have a prize that nobody gets, you can give it to an employee.
Oh, really? Since when is that?
Since when?
That's a new company policy.
Yeah, I missed that email.
Not the $1,000. Just a giveaway. Give us a call at 877-927-6969. The phones are ringing. Are we playing Greek trivia or are we playing?
Whatever. Play Greek trivia.
All right, we'll play Greek trivia. I'll try to do it something with sports if they're a sports person. If they're not, then we'll try to do it something with the show. I'll come up with something with Dominic, Franny, or myself. 877-927-6969. And it is the Panthers and the Islanders this Sunday. We are the home of the Panthers. Do not forget that. The champs, baby. 30 years. Finally, you can say it as a Panther fan. I know some guys and women and girls and guys, whatever, have been fans all 30 years. So give it to you. What do you got?
We have Craig on the phone.
Craig, what's happening?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going good. Are you a fan of the Panthers?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Are you a sports fan?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a couple of sports. I'm going to ask you a sports question and a little bit Super Bowl related. How's
Don't
that?
give him a layup like yesterday. Who won the Super Bowl last year?
I know. He's like, shut up, Tom.
Dom, am I asking the questions or you? All right. Are you a Patriot fan? Let me ask you that.
New Patriots or like old Patriots?
No. It's the Super Bowl time.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Here's a true or false. Did Edelman ever win the MVP of a Super Bowl?
God. MVP?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I'm going to say...
Don't look it up.
No, I'm not going to look it up. Oh, God. I'm just trying to think. I'm going to say he did. Yes.
You're going to say yes?
I'm going to say yes.
All right, you're right. Edelman did win because I had him at 33-1. When they played the Rams, he caught 11 passes, and he was the MVP.
Awesome.
There it is. So congratulations. One of my greatest wins ever in the MVP situation. Edelman was 33-1. Oh, my God. We were going crazy at my house. It was just nuts. I had $10 on it, so it was awesome. Yeah.
What do you think? Chiefs all the way or what?
Of course. I'm not. If the Chiefs lose, I really don't care because it's been such a windfall. But, yeah, I'm going to bet the Chiefs.
I mean, I'm not a huge bettor, but at 1.5, how can you go wrong?
If the Eagles win. That's how you go wrong.
Sure enough.
I just think no one's going to stop. You can't stop Mahomes. No way.
If you're going to bet the game, bet the money line because the line's small enough that it's not going to be that high. So you don't want them to win by 1 and you lose. You never want your team to celebrate when you're losing. Remember that.
Right.
So bet the money line. But enjoy the game, and thank you for listening to Real Radio. I hope we entertain you every day.
Great. Love it, man. You guys are awesome.
Cool. I think he was leaning no at first.
I didn't know the answer to that.
When I first asked him. Because most people get that wrong. Because Edelman is not somebody that, going in. That's why he was 33-1. He was number 11, by the way, Edelman. And with the Patriots for years, I think he has 3 rings. I could be mistaken. Maybe he has, I don't think he has 4. I think he's got 3. But when they played the Rams, that Super Bowl that everybody said sucked and was boring, was 13-10. He was the one who won it, and he had 11 catches. 877-927-6969. Give us a call on any of the things that we talked about. You guys can always join in. What is something that you look at somebody and you think they're a little creepy? Also, would you go on a first date on 2/14, the night of love? Or would you be like, a little bit too much pressure? Who would you want to watch the Super Bowl with? Let us know any of those things. Also, you could always ask us anything on the table that you want to bring up. We're an open book, and we'll talk to you. Dominic and Franny always tell you the truth. I'll lie to you, but you guys could always call. She shakes her head. South Florida Fair, you got a couple more days, and that's it. It's finite. Last night was bike night. Franny was there. It was a great time. But you got tonight, you got Friday, and you got the weekend. So if you want to go to fair. Dom, are you going to get out there or not really?
I think I'm going to go tomorrow.
Okay. Between 10 and 2?
No.
Are you ever going to make it out there or no?
No. Are you a fair guy?
Yeah, I'll enjoy everything except for the rides.
Oh, you don't like the rides?
I like rides that don't move. I like permanent rides that, are stuck.
Yeah. Like you don't have faith or trust in the ones that travel around. Got it. I got it.
Right.
You know what it is for me? It's not that. It's spinning.
Yeah.
I used to love fair rides, and I love roller coasters, and I love thrills. I seek them, but a lot of the fair rides, round and round and round and round, and I just can't. My head can't take that anymore.
All right.
It's all the spinning.
I'll do all the roller coasters at Universal or whatever, but I'm good on these over here. You don't know the inspection, and I'll
well, hopefully.
Yeah.
And you know what? I wonder because a couple people I was with yesterday were saying they're like, these rides look new. This looks new, and I wonder if that's the case. They have to, and I know they have to change them up every now and then. But I was looking, I was like, yeah, they kind of do. A lot of the rides did look shiny and new.
I thought the same thing. How about like a little pony? Would you go around on a little pony?
Yeah, if you were next to me, G-Man. We could hold hands.
That's creepy.
What about the boat ride you and me could go on to?
The boat ride. And then you would swim around, go around. You're like, what's up? Oh, you are definitely fitting in so perfect here. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Hope you're having a good day. The sun's out. Man, I miss the sun. I got to tell you. Last week when it was men's and men's every day, you would wake up. I felt like Jersey. It was the first time I felt like I was in New York or New Jersey. I like living in the city because the buildings are so tall. You never saw the sun unless you went out in the street. But, man, I woke up every day. I'm like, oh, my God, this sucks. We love South Florida. Best place in the world to live. No doubt about it. We'll be back in a few minutes, and you got Real Radio. We got some Florida stories and a lot more. Peace.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. What?
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers
for more.
Shot, he scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Mark on the front right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Roadwork in a Boca Raton blocking a right lane I-95 south right after Congress Avenue. Heavy delays Okeechobee Boulevard west from Rosemary to Parker. 2 right lanes are closed, expected to reopen tomorrow. Use Belvedere or Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber. HOA and condo board members, fiber internet has never been easier. Blue Stream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Hey, it's Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and that's where the beautiful ladies are 7 days a week, and they got a 5-star menu. And remember, it's a great place to watch a game. Whether it's UFC or any sport you love, you're a winner, even if your team loses. And Thursday nights, Monroe hosts 242 bottles. Every Thursday night, Monroe's in Palm Beach hosts 242 bottle specials on vodka and Vouv champagne. Score 2 bottles for only $200. That'll make every Thursday seem like a great Thursday. Monroe's in Palm Beach, the beautiful girls at Air, they're doing one thing. They're waiting for you. Peace.
The following heartwarming yet informative scene is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Son, your grandpa and I used to work on this car together, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it.
Wow. Thanks, Dad. Doesn't count. What you need is a will. Luckily, Trust and Will makes it easy. Designed by attorneys, but customized by you, you can easily create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. Now, let's let the engine do the talking, am I right? Start your will at trustandwill.com. Use offer code COUNT for 10% off and make it count. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. For details, see trustandwill.com.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 million protection package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
It's time now to throw out your overpriced big wireless contract, throw it overboard with a qualifying plan of just $45 a month. You can choose a free iPhone 14 or free Samsung Galaxy. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 25 gigs of data, mobile hotspot. You get all of it. Also, they use the same 5G network. So get your free iPhone 14 or your Samsung Galaxy. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword SAVE now from Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. Single Care works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check Single Care to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Sunshine through the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 70s across the area. An onshore breeze will become a south wind for tonight. That will leave us mild into Friday morning with temperatures in the 60s across the area. Warming into the weekend with highs in the low 80s both Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more. All at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at realradio921.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Just gave away Panther tickets, South Florida Fair tickets, and you got 13 chances a day to win $1,000. Can't beat that. Come on, who's doing that? You guys are the best, and you deserve it. Dominic's in the house, but he's answering the phone.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Okie dokie. Let's start here with your What the Florida. An ex-con arrested for baloney battery. Mr. Chandler, 29-year-old convicted felon, was arrested this past Sunday following a confrontation with his roommate over the accused man's use of a PlayStation 5. It looks like, according to the criminal complaint, the male victim told cops he removed the gaming system from Chandler's room because he was being too loud. The dude was trying to sleep. He said he was being really loud playing the PS5, so the victim stated that the defendant became aggressive and began to yell at him. The victim said that while he was being yelled at, that's when Chandler used his weapon of choice, a bologna sandwich, and threw it at him, which ultimately hit him in the center of his chest. And that was it. The guy had it, even though he had no visible injuries from the bologna strike, which there was video recorded on the victim's phone. I want to see that video. So they said that since the cops were called, doesn't matter, bologna, gun, nunchucks, doesn't matter.
Can't do it.
Yeah, never really read many stories about people using nunchucks and people.
Come on, people, what are you
Not
doing?
really.
They said, well, since Chandler was on probation at the time of his bust, and he did confess to the bologna toss. They said that because of that, he got arrested. And the domestic incident would normally be charged as a misdemeanor, but the alleged bologna battery was upgraded to a felony due to his multiple priors that he has for battery conviction. By the way, 2 of those convictions that he had also involved video games, like some kind of incident over video games. The other 2.
Sounds like he's got a bad temper.
Yeah, over video games. You may want to just cut some video games out of your life because it keeps on landing you in jail, buddy. Yeah, they said that the first one, 2023, he pleaded no contest to choking his sister during a dispute that stemmed from him playing video games.
Oh, he takes it serious.
And then they said that he served about a year in state prison because of that case. Oh, and then in 2022, or before that, 2022, he was nabbed for a violent encounter during which he threatened a 60-year-old man with a knife And they said he was upset. He got upset at his video game, which led him to arguing with the male victim.
Not good.
Yeah, this guy takes his video games way too seriously. That ends up landing him in jail because he becomes a jerk. Then next up in your What the Florida, this poor lady. We have a villager who got arrested for attacking his wife. Well, the reason why the villager was attacking his wife, he said he was sentenced. They said that Dennis Wayne Teets, I believe is how you say his last name. Teets.
Tee it off.
Teets. He lives in the village of DeLuna, over there in the Villages. Pleaded no contest this past week. He was placed on probation for 12 months, ordered to refrain from the use of drugs or alcohol, and must submit to random testing. In addition, he must complete a batterer's intervention program within the first 9 months of his probation. The reason why is on the night of his arrest at his home, they said that he actively kicked in the bedroom door where his wife was locked inside. According to the police report, said he was angry with his wife of 38 years because she didn't do the chores around the house that she was supposed to do throughout the day because she had a migraine. When?
Aww.
Do your chores.
Oh, my goodness. His wife said she tried to calm him down, and he didn't want to. His wife had a phone and said she would call his sister to try to calm him down, too. He took away the phone. He pushed his wife against the wall with his arms on her throat.
Oh, God.
Luckily, she was able to call law enforcement, and an enraged Teets threw the 3 bar chairs across the living room. When officers entered the home, they noticed, it was very disheveled. There was bar stools everywhere. And they said he was extremely uncooperative with the police, too. Made conflicting statements regarding the bar chairs. Finally, he goes, just take me to jail.
I give up.
I'm like, okay, your wish is my command. And then next up in your What the Florida, the last story here, we have a dude who got a little too nosy during a car accident. So Winter Haven man who was on probation, back behind bars, after he was interfering with first responders on the scene of a car crash. So deputies responded, it was in Polk County, to investigate a vehicle crash. They said when a 23-year-old, his name is Sebastian Suarez, approached the scene. And he was like, yo, what the bleep happened here? Just asked the cop, yo, what the? The deputy said he stopped what he was doing, turned over to Suarez, and explained that it's clearly a car crash. See what happened? It's a crash.
Yeah,
Scene.
pretty obvious.
Yeah. But he was nice. He turned and he was like, explained it was a crash and that everyone appeared to be doing all right. So that's what the deputy said. However, Suarez, that wasn't enough. So they said within a foot of the deputy and angrily snapped back. No S. A car crash happened. Who hit who? The deputy said he told Suarez, you need to step back. All right. We're doing our work. He yelled, bleep you. You can't tell me what to do. The deputy said he explained to Suarez that he was impeding the deputy's work and that he needed to move back. And if you don't, this is your last warning. I'll arrest you. Well, Suarez pointed down, lifted up his pants, and he's like, instead of taking down his pants, lifted. He said, I have an ankle monitor with the curfew, so you can't do S-bomb. You can't take me anywhere.
That's what you think.
They said he continued to act out, and because of that, he was arrested. So, yeah, he can't take you. Yes, guess what? They take you back to jail. He was arrested, charged with violation of probation and interfering with a first responder. 2 counts of resisting arrest. And I did make note of this. If you guys are not aware, new law that just passed January 1st, 2025, Florida's is called the HALO law, which is aimed at protecting first responders by keeping crowds at a distance. It makes it illegal to come within 25 feet of first responders if the intent is to impede, threaten, or harass them. People who violate the law can be charged with a misdemeanor or face up to 60 days in jail. So just a heads up there. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Franny. We do it twice a show, 11:05, 105. Logan Paul said he got his watch stolen, $300,000 watch. He said at the airport, he's blaming TSA. I am a little surprised that he doesn't fly private. Because you would think private, when you're private, you're in like this little, a different area. There's really no security. It's very limited. You just walk on a plane, do your stuff. So I'm surprised that he didn't fly private. I really am. But all the money he's got, like millions.
Yeah, but a lot of celebrities don't fly private all the time. They do, but not all the time.
Yeah. So
unless you own your own jet, right? Which majority do not, unless you're Taylor Swift or Bezos.
Well, you can rent a jet. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, but there's a lot of A-listers who still ride commercial.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought with him, the way he rolls and talks about millions of dollars, that whatever. It's just my opinion. It doesn't matter. But that's what he said. His watch got stolen, $300,000 watch, and he's blaming TSA.
Brandon, he just said renting jets is not that expensive. I hope you noticed that.
I know. I know he's talking about for him, I guess, because it is. It's expensive.
I have our good sponsor, ETA Jets. There's a lot of people who, like 10, 12 people, go up to New Jersey or something like that. Is it more money than like $400, $500? Yes. But is it a couple thousand, maybe 5,000? For somebody like him, it's not. It's not that much. There are planes where they'll fill a whole plane, 6, 8 people, different people. You could jump on. Sometimes they even give you breaks if you know somebody. Like, hey, you know what? We got 2 seats open. We'll give you a discount. I'm not talking like a G5, like that. Obviously, that's very expensive. I don't know. I just thought the
average jet rental is like $25,000 each way.
Yeah, depending on where you're going, obviously. Yeah, obviously where you're going.
I've helped rent them before for my buddy, so I know.
Yeah.
They're like $25,000 each way, so that's expensive.
So if you got 10 people.
That's still expensive for a normal person, 10 people.
I didn't say normal. We're talking Logan Paul. I'm talking him. I'm not talking a normal person. Obviously, it's a ton of money for a normal person. People they can't eat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying if you're Logan Paul and you got millions and millions of dollars, which he does, I don't know. That's just a comment. I mean, don't beat me up today. It's a tough day. Who cares what you think? $300,000 watch. I don't know if I would let that out of my sight. But that's what he said.
I mean, he could have rented a bunch of planes for the cost of that watch.
That's my point. In actuality, I'm saying, like, you got $300,000 watch. But I don't know. He's him and his brother are definitely out there. There's no doubt about it. But they make the register ring. There's no doubt. Who he's going to fight next, I don't know. Mike Tyson was just down at the Pegasus. He did the Riders Up, the big announcement, and he was talking to a lot of reporters. He said he's still not 100% after the fight. So I guess, but again, I don't know. I watched that a little. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I don't know if he got any of that shots in. But again, I know Tyson's in his late 50s, so it's a little different than somebody 25, 30 years old. I don't think they'll do a rematch. There's been speculation where they said there was a couple people from Dubai who wanted to get involved and wanted to see it because they didn't think that it was, totally on the up. Did you see that fight?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? Did you think it was shenanigans?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think Tyson going to beat him?
I think he didn't try.
Yeah.
I think he held back. I think there were stipulations in the contract.
Yeah. I mean, but they still made a ton of money, both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exhibition fight.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. They still crushed it. Bill Murray is, I think, in his 70s now. He doesn't have an agent anymore. He stopped having agents. He represents himself. He was talking about it, some mistakes he made in his life. And I guess when you get, around 70 and change, you look back on it. He said he doesn't get on a lot of big roles anymore because he doesn't have somebody out there for him. An agent for him. He does everything himself now.
He's coming out with a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Pete Davidson.
Yeah, he said he does some things, but it's very selective.
Okay.
When he had an agent, he had a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, I did see that he's going to be coming out with a movie, and I didn't even know. I haven't even seen trailers, but it's going to hit theaters February 28th, so I got to seek into it. But yeah, Bill Murray, Pete Davidson, it is a joining forces for a hitman comedy called Riff Raff. And Bill Murray and Pete are gangsters looking to take care of a retired criminal who's vacationing in a remote cabin with his family. So along with Murray and Davidson, there's going to be Ed Harris is in it, Jennifer Coolidge, love her, Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade's wife, Lewis Pullman, Miles Harvey. It's a pretty big cast. So they said it hits theaters February 28th.
Pete Davidson is he was in that show on Netflix for a while. Joe Pesci was in that one.
I think it was Hulu.
Was it Hulu? Oh, I'm sorry. Hulu, and that was okay.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Bump Kiss or something like that. Yeah.
People who saw it got great reviews.
It was funny. The first episode was the best episode because you were like, what the heck is happening? And it was still good. But to me, I think the first one was ultimately the best one that they had because it was very, very shocking. Speaking of shocking, what is the worst way to dump someone? I ask you, what is the worst way to dump someone? G-Man, what do you think?
I think when somebody ghosts somebody, I think that's really sad. And no explanation, you just disappear. And you just leave the person, just sitting there. Like, what the hell happened?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty bad. As far as, like, if you're out, like, I think in a restaurant, to dump somebody's pretty bad because the person could get emotional or throw a plate at you. Happened to me at Tavern on the Green years ago. But I was calling off a wedding, so I sort of...
Well, that's why people do it in public. So they're like, if I do it in private, you might actually kill me.
Yeah. But I think ghosting somebody is really bad in all aspects. Like, you just don't call the person anymore. They call you. They reach out to you. I think that sucks. Breaking up, I guess, in front of somebody's friends. That probably would be bad, too.
Okay.
Or I don't want to say family because I don't think anybody would be that low. But I would say definitely breaking up with somebody's friends. Or maybe you're on a double date and you end it. Like, and again, that's friends, but I mean, it's another couple.
So they talk here the worst ways to break up with someone. I mean, listen, there's no two ways around it. Breakups suck. That said, there are still ways to dump someone that'll make you look less like a douchebag than others. Here are the worst ways. G-Man mentioned it. Ghosting. Yeah, it's the easiest way. It's the easy way out to make it happen. A lot of people tend to do it, but everyone in your mutual circle of acquaintances will know that you are spineless and cold and a coward.
And then when you finally see the person, they lose it.
Yeah.
Guy or a girl.
I say during a fight. If you're going to end things, it should be calm and with a clear head. Doing it when passions are high puts you in a position of having regret for saying something that you really don't mean.
Yeah, and you can't take that back.
And it's often used as a form of manipulation and control by those who make it a power play, essentially coming off as a bend to my will or else kind of situation. They say these are the worst ways to dump someone. Text message. If you've only had 3 dates, that's one thing. If you're in a full-fledged relationship, it's barely one step beyond ghosting.
Yeah.
Except you've left tangible written proof that you are a spineless coward, is what they say.
Mm-hmm.
On a special occasion. Worst ways, times to dump somebody. You don't want to be the guy that is forever remembered as the prick that ruined their birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, or whatever. It's best to hold off, is what they say.
What do you think is the worst one? Birthday or holiday?
I don't know.
I think birthday.
I think either way it sucks.
Yeah, of course they all suck. What do you think, Tom?
I would say birthday because that's supposed to be about,
your day.
Yeah, more about you than, when the holiday is just like a celebration.
Let's see. A couple more here in a crowd. This move should only be used if you feel there's a genuine threat of violence that might occur after the dumping takes place, which could be very legit. Yeah. I mean, they're being serious with this. Otherwise, you're just making someone their most vulnerable for a whole crowd to see, and that's just cold. Or they say, finally here, the worst ways to dump someone is through someone else. What kind of friend would go to your soon-to-be ex and make that announcement for you anyways? Do it yourself, you P-word, is what they say here. You kitty cat.
Yeah.
And don't put your friend in that position in the first place.
And if somebody asks you to do
Could
that...
you imagine? If, oh, my God.
Yeah.
If I ever got dumped by my boyfriend's friend, I would be like, is this for real? Am I getting punked right now?
And who would break up with you?
What a coward.
Come on.
What a coward. Like,
Right.
have your friend do it for you?
That's weak.
But listen, I already think it's weak when you have your friend go talk to a girl that you're interested in. You see it, he's like, my friend over there thinks you're cute. Well, why doesn't he walk over? But then if you're actually dating... yeah, that's a different level.
Dom, what about you?
Yeah, it's pretty low. I don't know. Having a friend do it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Texting's bad.
It's
if you're going to anybody in length of time, you owe them an explanation or a phone call. I think definitely. And, if it's a long relationship, you should do it in person. Be decent.
Or you find out that they're with someone else. That's another thing, too, that they're walking around,
Well, that's not really dumping. That's somebody cheating on you.
Oh, yeah.
That's a totally different thing because there'll be some people.
But you're dumping them after, most likely.
Yeah. But that's, it's two different things. One, somebody dumping you and not telling you this is you finding out. Like, what's the worst way to find out somebody's cheating on you? That's, And there's been situations I've seen and heard over the years that have been brutal. Like, when I see somebody's ex out, even their ex, I don't say anything. I just don't, because I know it's going to start something, because then they say, well, who was she with? Back. Yeah, who was she with? Where was she? Blah, blah, blah. Did you go up to her? Did you say anything? So I don't even say anything. And then if they come back to me and say, hey, Kelly saw you, I'm like, yeah, I saw her. Because I just think that's terrible if you do that. Yeah, have a little stones. Don't text. Don't go. Ghosting, I think, is the worst thing that you're going to see, the worst side of somebody. Because they get angry, especially if they're blowing you up. People block people. You don't know that. And you could be like calling them and texting them. You're like, what the hell's going on? I tried you 9 times. And the person's like real calm, sees you out and goes, oh, I blocked you. I didn't tell you. That could be bad. How about telling your parents? And then your parents tell you. By the way, Joe called today. He's breaking up with you, Cindy. He wanted to tell
Is Joe here? No, he's not in right now. Well, can you tell him that we're breaking up? I bet you that's happened in the history of like teenagers or whatever.
Yeah,
I bet you.
course.
Little middle school boyfriend.
Yeah.
Will you tell him I'm no longer his girlfriend?
Yeah. I had a buddy who called off a wedding, I'm thinking about it, and told her mother to tell her.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
And he was in like his...
Like, that guy sucks.
Like in his 40s.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
all caps.
Yeah, all big.
That was a wedding.
Yeah. And he called up the mom.
Wow.
He's like, I don't want to tell her she's going to flip out, but I wanted you to know. And she was just like, what are you telling me? I remember the whole story. It was crazy. And she just went nuts, the mother. He goes, man, maybe I should have told her. Mom went nuts.
You think? Jeez.
This is a 40-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Who
Are you
had
still friends with this person?
Acquaintance. I'm not somebody to roll with, but I'm saying a guy who did well, you know what I mean? And went to college.
It doesn't matter how much money you make or education.
No, I'm saying like he wasn't like
he's dumb.
He was a whack job. It wasn't like an unprofessional is what I'm saying. Like somebody was like hanging out in the street betting $3,000 on a game.
That doesn't make a difference to me, what you do, who you are, just that the way that you handled that.
Well, sometimes somebody's who they are in their life says a lot about their character and the things they do because they just don't care. You know what I mean? They just have no like, who cares on what I'm going to do? Yeah, if you got any brutal stories, let us know. And if you don't want to say it happened to you, say somebody you know. That's all. Just be like, hey, this is what happened. You owe a person the decency to break up with them. I think if you have a date and you have plans to go out and you don't go, you should call the person or text them and say, hey, I'm not going to make it tonight.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, like, hey, something came up, not going to be able to make it. You don't not call somebody.
47142 started off with Real Radio. G-Man got contact high in a story he said about him and our former host, Johnny C. It says, if Greek is susceptible to a contact high, he should not go to the red light district in Amsterdam. He'll get blown out just walking down an alleyway. Then we have Franny, next time you forget the grill, because we did one time tailgating, says wrap everything in tinfoil, throw it on top of the engine while it's running.
Oh, wow.
All right, thanks for the heads up.
Now you open the hood or no?
Somebody says, Greek, what's the appropriate tip for a hooker on Valentine's Day?
50%.
Okay. And 50% of what she charges?
Yeah, it's a holiday.
Okay, all right. Let's see. One thing you don't want to hear at a fair maintenance facility is, hey, what does this bolt go to? And then we're talking about bad ways to break up with someone. Somebody said via text. They said even worse, an email.
Yeah, that sucks too. Email sucks. Text sucks. It all sucks. I mean, have the decency to pick up the phone and call.
Email may be a little worse. They're both terrible. Maybe a little bit because a lot of people don't tend to check their email as much as they do their text. So that breakup could be sitting there for a couple days. And you're like, what? Why is he ignoring me? And they'll be like, because I broke up with you via email.
I broke up with you on Wednesday.
They're not responding back to my messages. And you check your email and you're like, oh.
Yeah, there are things that people have done over the years. If you got any, call us and let us know. 877-927-6969. I mean, breaks up suck, like Franny said, 100%, but be decent and have respect for somebody. At the end of the day, treat somebody the way you want to be treated in life. And you know what? You'll have a better life all around. That's all. You know what? You knew my number when you needed me or you were banging me. You should know my number when you want to break up with me. Right, Dom? Listen.
Yes.
He's such a wacko. What are you doing there? Looking up porn sites?
I'm sending our winner their tickets. Sorry.
We were kidding. My God.
What's this we?
Oh, you were serious? He was on board?
Oh, yeah. On the iHeart computer and everything.
Oh, you're serious? He's on board?
Excuse
Sorry.
me, no.
You have a better angle than me, you can say. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll be back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
Recently, who became the first Japanese baseball player to be elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame?
I'm scared to say something offensive.
Just do it.
Kawasaki.
You really are close. It's Ichiro Suzuki.
Oh, man!
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
When the wildfire struck Los Angeles,
severe fire weather conditions.
First responders from near and far came to the rescue.
All fire departments and all law enforcement will be prepared.
Now the music community has joined together to help at Fire Aid, a historic fundraising concert for the recovery of Los Angeles. Tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, live on the free iHeartRadio app's Hit Nation station.
And give what you can now at fireaidla.org.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Broken water main downtown West Palm. 2 right lanes are closed. Expected to reopen tomorrow. It's Okeechobee Boulevard West between Rosemary Avenue and Parker Avenue. Heavy delays. Use Belvedere or Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard instead. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Scott for Scots here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Atlantic Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Atlantic Men's Clinic. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. That's AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you. Atlantic Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Hey, it's Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach, and that's where the beautiful ladies are 7 days a week. And they got a 5-star menu. And remember, it's a great place to watch a game. Whether it's UFC or any sport you love, you're a winner, even if your team loses. And Thursday nights, Monroe hosts 242 bottles. Every Thursday night, Monroe's in Palm Beach hosts 242 bottle specials on vodka and Vouv champagne. Score 2 bottles for only $200. That'll make every Thursday seem like a great Thursday. Monroe's in Palm Beach, the beautiful girls in air. They're doing one thing. They're waiting for you. Peace.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
It's time now to throw out your overpriced big wireless contract, throw it overboard with a qualifying plan of just $45 a month. You can choose a free iPhone 14 or free Samsung Galaxy. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 25 gigs of data, mobile hotspot. You get all of it. Also, they use the same 5G network. So get your free iPhone 14 or your Samsung Galaxy. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword SAVE NOW from Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins of CBS 12 News. Sunshine through the afternoon with temperatures in the middle 70s across the area. An onshore breeze will become a south wind for tonight. That will leave us mild into Friday morning with temperatures in the 60s across the area. Warming into the weekend with highs in the low 80s both Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk will help you get what you need right away. And with their pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, they'll help you get back on the job fast. Just visit them at the Pro Desk. We help, you save.
Hey, it's Alec Baldwin. This season on my podcast, Here's the Thing, I speak with musician, photographer, and philanthropist Julian Lennon.
Photography really does allow me to do that. I have empathy for people on the other side of the world that you'll never ever meet, but you'll at least have some understanding of what their life is and what they went through or are still going through.
Listen to Here's the Thing on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Here's the Thing and start listening.
Medical marijuana made easy. Get approved for your card today at mmjhealth.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday and 101.7. Always appreciate you guys up there checking us out and listening. Thank you so much for being a fan of Real Radio. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Francis is here.
Hey.
And Dom, you said you have something you want to mention?
Oh, yeah. We just did a Blast from the Past post on Real Radio's Instagram. And you could see me with...
What? You have a face?
Oh, yeah.
Is that your face?
People are going to see what you
You
look
can see
like.
me with Luke,
The
Dano,
mystery.
and Dr. Glenn from back in the day when I was training with them. with the
I
Love
love
Doctor.
it. It's a funny pick. It's a great pick. You got to check it out. It's on all of our socials, which is Facebook and Instagram at Real Radio 921. It's a good pick. And people have been, they're like, man, it's a mystery. Like, what does Dom look like? He won't go on the camera. Who is he? Now you're going to know.
Flipping the bird.
There you go.
Time
I
for
think there's like four birds, five, maybe six birds in that picture.
There's a lot of birds.
Yeah.
It's time for a Greek's trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Caitlin Clark was asked to get involved with the NBA All-Star Game three-point shooting contest. She is a demon from three-point range, but she said no. She will participate in the WNBA three-point contest. I think that was a good move for Caitlin all around. I don't know if she's going to the Super Bowl or not, but when she did go to the playoff game, she was sitting with Taylor Swift. Speaking of Taylor Swift, offshore you can bet on Will Kelsey asked her to get married after the game. That is a prop bet. Maybe some people think it's just the perfect way. If he wins, then it's a perfect scene. It's a movie. He wins the game. Maybe he wins MVP. Three-peats. And she says, no, I'm not ready.
How dare you ask me in front of all these people?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? I want the limelight.
That's why I also imagine him just being more intimate as far as when he does, if he ever does, who knows, propose to her.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure they discussed it.
Because I think if they do it, people are going to like, yeah, this relationship definitely is set up. Because it's one of those things that why make such a broadcast, a show out of it.
Yeah, and you're taking a spotlight away from the team.
Yes.
And everybody who just accomplished.
100%.
And I think people would get pissed. Like, oh, you had to do it then. You know what? We just won the Super Bowl. You know, and you're taking it away from us.
And then you would have had all the Swifties. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that would, I don't know. I don't think he's going to. But again, it's a problem.
No.
I can't see it. And the other factor is if they lose. I mean, that's a big factor because there's no way he does it if they lose. Because you're pissed. You're mad. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he has plans to retire. Like, only he knows. Like, hey, I want to go out on top. Because so many NFL players want to leave on top. And it's rare that it happens. Some guys have the ability to do it, and they have to be right place, right time. And obviously, you got to be in a Super Bowl. Because you want to end right there. John Elway did it, one that I can think of.
Ray Lewis, right?
Did Ray? I'm not sure. He might have. Yeah, he might have did it the last time they won. I know he won 2 with the Ravens. He might have. But, yeah, it's one of those situations where I think, you're so focused on the game and the ultimate prize. Like, you're really going to want to wear, hold the ring and wear your shoulder pads, tape it there. So I don't think he's going to do it either. But there will be people who bet on it, and that's what makes the world go round. Heat lost last night to Cleveland by 20. They got their asses kicked. No Jimmy Butler in the house. There is speculation that the Heat are going to get involved in the trade deadline, not only with Jimmy Butler, but with other teams. Maybe Randall from Minnesota, maybe Fox from Sacramento. Either one would be a great, great pickup for them. But we'll see what happens. Don't know if anything's going to happen. These are just things that are floating in the atmosphere. Panthers won last night, 3-0. They beat the Kings. So hats off to the Panthers. We are the home of the Panthers, and they are the champs. Until somebody beats them, they're still the champs. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Polaroid Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Peace.
Talking about bad ways to break up with somebody, and we have a couple texts. 47142 says that story sounds like a Seinfeld episode. George's girlfriend convinces Kramer to do the breakup for him. Says so Kramer invites George to a fancy restaurant in New York City where people go to do breakups.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that episode?
No, I do not.
I know somebody was like, do you remember that episode, Dom? I don't know. Yeah, I don't either. Says the best way to avoid confrontation when breaking up with a significant other is to pack your stuff while they're at the store and haul ass before they get home.
Oh. Well, living together is a totally different thing.
It is.
Because
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally different. Then you got to also figure, like, how much time is left on the lease. You know what I mean? Because that's the first thing people would think. Like, well, you sticking with me with this? Like, there's 3 months left. What are you doing? So that's something you got to think about.
Mm-hmm.
If you have it all planned, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to pay the last 3 months. I did that once. It was like 4 months. But it was mutual. It was both of us. But it was just, I said, don't worry about the last 4 months. I don't want you to worry. So I got it. So it was cool.
We have a thing, and we play them every now and then. We don't have new ones because it was something that our former producer, Jimmy, came up with, and those are Greek misspeaks. And it's because sometimes G says things, Greek, that don't make any sense.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Yeah. What? See? Just like that. But these are things, so people are talking about things that we say that don't make any sense, right? But it's not like a Greekism, because Greek just jumbles up his words or makes up words in general. Like he just has his own vocabulary. This is different. These are common things people say that just don't make sense to others. And if you have anything you want to add to it, please do. So there's a regular criticism of AI and ChatGPT that they said it spews nonsense every now and then. But in fairness, so do smart humans.
Thank you.
Someone
Oh, you want to call me smart?
Someone on social media asked, what's a common thing people say that makes zero sense? Here are some of the best responses. Do you agree? And a lot of people are like factual. Like they say this, in fact, when they don't. First one here, I'm sweating like a pig. Pigs don't sweat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense.
Where'd they come up with that?
Unless you don't sweat, unless you're saying it because you don't sweat.
Yeah. Next time somebody says they say it. Pigs don't sweat. Do the homework.
Uh-huh. We have, I slept like a baby. Babies are infamously bad sleepers, awful sleepers. They cry. I do understand they do sleep a lot when they're young, but they said unless you mean you go to bed super early, wake up every few hours, get a drink, and then need to self-soothe enough to fall back asleep, then that's how you slept like a baby.
Right.
Uh-huh. Unthaw or dethaw. Things that don't make sense that people say. Because thawing is just thawing, right? Like unthaw, dethaw. 6 a.m. in the morning. Get it. When people say it's 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's people are being a little nitpicky here, but this was a thread on Reddit talking about common things people say that just don't make sense. Saying someone did a 360 when they change. It would be a 180 if anything.
No, it's true.
They say a lot of people do get this right, but not everyone. You do hear people say 360.
So you can always correct somebody.
They did a full 360.
So you mean a 180?
They said people referring to a lion as being king of the jungle without realizing lions don't live in the jungle.
Where do they live?
They said someone saying, they said jungle is used to refer to maybe untamed wilderness, and that's why.
Oh, man, these are real picky.
Irregardless, we've heard. It's not right. Just regardless. For all intensive purposes. That's not right. It's for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
Not for all intensive purposes.
Just like cellmate. Thought I was going to find somebody in prison. I was going to go along.
Not what it's like, for sure, yeah. Money can't buy happiness. So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This one, another one, happy as a clam. You ever hear people say that? Happy as a clam.
Yeah.
How do you know how happy a clam is?
I don't know. Dom?
I don't know.
Have you ever said happy as a clam?
Nope.
No, I haven't either. The other one, happiness, money can't buy happiness, is a total falsehood, by the way.
They said people who alternately advise don't sweat the small stuff, and it's the little things that count. They're like, what?
Makes no sense. If you tell me not to sweat it, then why is it a big
But it's
deal?
the little things that count.
Yeah.
And then they say this is another flip-flop of convenience. They say the early bird catches a worm, but also there's this. The second mouse gets the cheese. I've never heard that before.
The second mouse.
Have you ever heard the second mouse gets the cheese?
No, I've never. I heard the early bird gets the worm.
I have too.
I've never heard the second mouse gets the cheese. Boy, what about the first mouse? He screwed up?
Something that we're talking about phrases that feel like, it's common phrases that just don't make sense. Everything happens for a reason.
I hate that one.
Unless you consider, sometimes the reason is people are stupid and make bad decisions.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So what do you got? Do you have anything you want to add to this? 47142. Started off with Real Radio, and we are talking common things people say that make zero sense.
I don't know. To me, I don't like when people say it is what it is. It is what you make it. It is what you choose it to be. It's not it is what it is. It's not like you woke up one day and somebody's like, hey, here it is. And I'm talking different situations. Like say somebody doesn't have your money. They're like, it is what it is. Just don't have it. Well, you don't have it because you didn't make an effort to get it. Or whatever you want to say. Dom, you have any?
Not really that I could think of right off the top of my head.
Franny has some good ones on that list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like out, like they're really specific, those ones right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a couple on there that, I hear like it makes absolutely no sense at all. And if you call somebody on it, they're going to get pissed too. So that's the thing too. Don't do it to your boss. If your boss is saying something wrong, let him keep saying it. Don't worry about it. And then if you say something wrong and he corrects you, then you turn around and say, hey, I didn't correct you for 4 years when you were saying that line wrong. Why are you correcting me?
So I love it because I'm reading the thread, that 6 a.m. in the morning thing. They're like, what do you think AM stands for? And then somebody's like, don't forget ATM machines, right? The M.
Yeah.
is the machine part. And then somebody says, and your PIN number for the ATM machines, which the N part is the number. So they said, yeah, things that don't make sense, or people saying, you're like, what? Makes zero sense.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Who would you want to watch the Super Bowl with if you had an opportunity? If somebody, could be a family member, it could be a superstar, it could be Franny. Maybe it's Franny. Maybe it's Dom because he's got good ganj. But give us a call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142 and get involved with the program any area you want to. We always appreciate you guys having a say in something or maybe a thought on a topic that we're talking about. But give us a call. Dom, who do you have?
We have David on the phone.
Hello, David. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Franny, you're a barrel of information today, aren't you?
Yep. Call me Encyclopedia Britannica, David. What you got?
But how do you know pigs don't sweat?
I've never personally asked one or seen one sweat, so I just got to believe what I've learned and what I've read, David.
I mean, me personally, I would think all mammals sweat. But, I could be wrong. How do you know dogs are happy when they wag their tails?
I guess we...
Something we heard.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it depends on how their tail's wagging. They say a low wag, like where their tail's kind of, they're not so happy. They're more nervous. When their tail's up and wagging, that's when they're supposed to be happy. But, as you mentioned, David, that's just stuff I've learned. I don't know if it's factual. I'm not a dog.
If your dog never runs away, I guess it's happy.
Yeah, I guess.
And by the way, pigs don't have sweat glands. So that's why.
Did you just Google that?
Because I had to figure out. I was like, how come they don't sweat? They said, yeah, that makes them sensitive to heat, and that's why they're always rolling around in mud to cool off. Because
makes sense.
What about it's raining cats and dogs? That doesn't make sense.
It does not.
Nope.
You're right.
You're right. That's a good one.
Doesn't make sense.
It's an old one.
Yeah. What other ones are there? God, I'm sure there's a bunch of them, but I can't think of any others. But I really wanted to know how pigs don't sweat.
Well, now you know.
If they don't have any sweat glands, then I guess I'll have to take your word for it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. I mean, you don't have to believe anything I say. I'm just here delivering messages that I read on Google.
You're a barrel of information.
Yes.
Franny.
Yes.
Franny's actually an AI
useless
bot.
information, by the way.
You're actually just an AI bot.
That's it.
It's a great one, by the way.
Information.
What is? It's not misinformation, sir. It's just information. You can look it up yourself and figure it out and do your fact checking. And never said everything here was true. I am curious if anybody does know where is that? It's raining cats and dogs. Where did that come from?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Spring training just a month away, huh?
Oh God, I don't want to think about baseball.
I feel like it just ended.
Yeah, I really do. We got football still. We got one game left. Come on, let us enjoy that.
That's sad. Just one game left. Football season's over for all intents and purposes.
You're right.
Or is it for all intensive purposes? Why can't a purpose be intensive?
Could be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, it's your world, baby. Whatever you want, just so we can rock and roll with.
There is no such word as irregardless.
Yep, that was on the list.
It was on the list.
Oh, wait. Okay, so somebody did text the second mouse gets the cheese.
Yeah.
We're like, I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
The reason why I say it, the second mouse gets the cheese because the first mouse got
Died.
the trap.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for figuring that one out. BJ and Boynton gave us basically the same thing. Thank you. A few people did. Thank you, guys. We're sitting here going, what? And there's like 5 people who are like,
The mouse.
Duh, dummies.
The first mouse gets hammered.
So I see, said the blind man who picked up a hammer and saw.
Oh, interesting. It's impressive. If you're blind and you can pick up a hammer and a saw, it's pretty good.
And then he picked up the hammer and he saw. So it was a magical hammer. The blind man was able to see once he picked up the hammer. Get it? Picked up the hammer and saw?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it just didn't get a rise out of me, to be honest with you. But I got it. I heard it.
Yeah. You got nothing, you nerds.
I appreciate that.
Oh, goodness.
I love you, David. You're the best. Don't ever change.
Yeah. Thanks, pal.
All right, buddy.
Peace and happiness.
You too. God bless. 877-927-6969. If you want to follow that call, give us a call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. On the table today, whatever you want, but we are talking Super Bowl this week and next week. Who would you want to watch the game with? What do you got, Dom?
We have JJ on the phone.
JJ, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon. How you guys doing?
Doing good, JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Full team ahead.
I'm also full of useless information.
All right, good.
What you got for us?
You want to know where the phrase "raining cats and dogs" came from?
Please.
Yeah.
Back in the old days when people used to use straw for their roofs of their houses, animals would make their homes in those roofs. When it rained really hard, that would get slick, and the animals would start to slip through and fall into the houses. And that's where the phrase "raining cats and dogs" would come from.
Wow. Never knew that.
All right.
Never desired to know it, but I never knew it.
I did as of today, so
Yeah.
thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, you turned us on.
Absolutely.
He turned you on?
Oh, I didn't want to hit that button.
Glad you enjoyed the show, bro.
Thank you, JJ.
On Dominic's last day. 877-927-6969. If you don't know where to watch the big game, I can suggest a place or two. But Monroe's, that's where you should go. Bucket specials, wing specials, burger specials, appetizer specials, and beautiful ladies. And you can also book a private room to enjoy the game.
Ooh la la.
It is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Even if your team loses, you're a winner with the beautiful ladies. Yeah! Give us a call at 877-927-6969. A couple days left at the fair. Are we giving away fair tickets tomorrow, lovers?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, because the tickets are only good for today and tomorrow if you did get the tickets. So we are giving away tickets that people registered to win online. That was an option, realradio921.com contest page. We have all kinds of goodies up there. So make sure you go, including tickets. I know they just announced that Billy Idol.
Ooh.
And Joan Jett concert, right? That's going to be happening. So we have a bunch of stuff on there. You know what I was just side notes, speaking of concerts, it's festival seasons. We're starting to get the lineup for 2025 concerts, too. I was shocked to see that Dave Matthews Band, they put out their 35 tour dates.
Not coming?
They are not making a stop in Florida.
I thought they didn't last year either.
No, they were. It was weird because last year they were Memorial Day weekend, which was very off.
Early.
And it was 2 days, as they always, because they always do 2 nights.
Yep.
And
Sold
it's
out
because
usually.
sold out, and they do, and normally you hear Dave talking about how much he loves Florida, and that's why they do the 2 nights. It's one of their biggest. But yeah, it was early because normally it's a July-August concert. So last year was weird because there was I think it was pandemic time, might have been the only.
Okay.
But they're saying since 2003.
Wow.
I was reading forums, was the last time they didn't have a show here.
Wow.
2003, and maybe they're just giving other cities a chance that they haven't been to. Maybe something happened in Florida that they're not a fan. I don't know, but I was very, very shocked to see that because we are always a stop for them. Even Tampa, too. Just no Florida dates at all. So.
All right, well, then we didn't get totally screwed. Because Tampa doesn't get it. We don't get it. Then maybe he's just skipping Florida.
Maybe it's just too hot. We have somebody they want to watch the Super Bowl with, 47142. I like to watch the Super Bowl with Danny Marino, and that's from Toot. A guy's phrase that makes no sense. I've got to take a leak. Don't you end up leaving it behind? It kind of makes sense. I got to take one. Yeah.
Damn
Thank you for that. I would like to watch the Super Bowl with Kelsey to keep him from making a horrible mistake.
Kelsey?
I guess that maybe he's saying
Marrying Taylor.
Oh, yeah, Taylor.
And somebody from BJ and Boynton, and I think I did know this, BJ, so thanks for the heads up. They said irregardless was recently added to the dictionary. Is it stupidly? I agree. They said, when is Greek going to get a beagle? I think we decided against this. We talked G out of it, and G agrees, right?
I'm not home enough. But if I did get one, I would name it Sinatra. Maybe down the road. You know.
We can get you one of these cats outside.
I don't want a cat.
They're easy to take care of.
What?
They're easy to take care of.
Nah, I just don't want a cat.
All right. He already had one.
Yeah. I'm not a big cat person.
You got plenty of cats to deal with already.
Oh, you ain't kidding, brother man.
You check out that billboard from Monroe's in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
They have all different kinds for
meow,
all
meow.
all walks of life.
Some people have been getting into accidents because of that billboard. They're like, what the hell's that? Oh, it's a cat.
It's kitty cats.
Good show as always by Dominic. Way to be, Dom. Good news for you. You get one more hour to Greek. Woo-hoo. If you can fake it good, you could really end up not paying your rent 1 month. Franny, good job as always. Thanks for everything you do with the blog, everything you do with helping us every day, and what you bring to the table.
Fake it, Franny. Fake it.
Okay. Do you want me to fake it?
Fake it.
I fake it all day long.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Got it.
Just kidding. G-Man, thank you for everything. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the beautiful flowers. They're just right there in the middle of my dining room table, just shining the beautiful bouquet of roses that they are.
You deserve them. I would
Thank
give you
you.
flowers every day if I could afford it.
Dom, thank you for everything. Thank you for holding it down. Of course, thank you for listening. And we want to say you're welcome. Or we want to thank you by giving you $1,000. We have up to 13 chances a day. Next one is happening let's call it the top of the hour, 2 o'clock. Let's call it 2:05.
About like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Hey, why not?
Close.
Yep. Rover from Rover's Morning Glory, our morning show, will give you a keyword. We call it Red Zone Revenue. Take the keyword, enter it, realradio921.com. We make it super easy for you to do. Let's get ourselves somebody here on Real Radio to win $1,000.
If you see a bellhop at a hotel and you don't see a bell, is he really a bellhop? Peace!
Proving that some of us have a face for radio.
You sick sons of bitch!
Go to realradio921/watch so you can watch us make radio.
Two of your favorite 80s era rock stars on one show, and Real Radio is getting you there. It's Billy Idol.
Yeah, you got me. This is Billy Idol saying rock out. Wow!
It's Joan Jett. It's a nice day to tour again. Hitting Amaranth Bank Arena in Sunrise on May 13th. You can buy your tickets at livenation.com. But why not score them from us? Register to win your tickets now at realradio921.com/contest.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Boca Raton crash, Glades Road at Country Club Boulevard. Big delays, Okeechobee Boulevard West from Rosemary Avenue to Parker. 2 right lanes closed, expected to reopen tomorrow. Use Belvedere or Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. 2 faves for just $7. Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of these favorite items for just $7. Choose from their spicy or classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 fave items for $7. Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Terms apply.
Hey, it's the Greek, and I have a 401k, but I wasn't really sure what I had it in. I would just set it and forget it for years. And that's not a good way to do it. You got to know what your money's doing, and you got to know if your money is really working for you. At Trajan Wealth, they have experts that you can go to every single day. You can stop in their offices in West Palm Beach, or you could call them at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. They can help you. Also, they can advise you on different things you can invest in. This market is crazy, and it's changing every day, and you need people who know what's going on to put you in the right lane and get you